Fans, we are live. We are just minutes away from kickoff here. Colorado Buffaloes versus the Houston Cougars in the Big 12 opener. And we've got something special for you today. So here's our cheesy but non-sponsored intro. Hope you enjoy. Every Saturday, the Buffs electrify the stadium with unstoppable energy. And we're right there, bringing you every heart-pounding moment. Welcome to Buffs Brothers, your front row seat to epic live play-by-play and next-level expert analysis of Colorado Buffaloes football greatness. Don't just watch the game. Feel the adrenaline. Join the brothers who live and breathe Buffs football. Tune in every week and get hyped. Buffs Brothers starts now. And there we are, Buffs Brothers, with a fancy new intro. We are on our way. We are off and kicking. We have a matchup today that brings Colorado down to Houston for the Big 12 opener for both Colorado and for Houston. First time since 1971 these two teams have met. I am, of course, one of your co-hosts. I'm Todd over here on the right-hand coast in the U.S., just outside of Syracuse. And sadly, we will not be joined by our Buffs brother Greg, who is gallivanting in the Rocky Mountains, taking some time off and heading up into the mountains. So you are stuck with me. You are stuck with some of our special guests that may or may not show today, and we hope to really have a good show. So as we go along, the chat is open. Feel free to bring any topic that you may or may not want to talk about to the chat. Happy to chat about anything this afternoon, this evening, and depending on where you are, and we will go from there. But if we look at this matchup on paper, we actually have Houston about a 58% favorite so far to win the game. Of course, big controversy last week at the Delaware game for Colorado in that Coach Prime played three quarterbacks. Three quarterbacks started out as he did the week before, and he had Caden Salter out there for a couple of series. Did all right, scored a touchdown, and then it was Julian Lewis's turn. Julian Lewis comes in, does all right, 2 for 4, maybe 8 yards, something like that. And then he brings in Ryan Staub, who was a carryover from prior recruiting classes, could have jumped in the portal, did not. And Staub did not disappoint. He went 7 of 10, and ultimately brought the Buffs to victory. And we got Bones from the Ukraine. Hello from the Ukraine, and always enjoying folks joining us internationally. Appreciate you tuning in and getting ready to catch a little Buffs Cougars football tonight. So welcome from the Ukraine, Bones. Hopefully you got the game on and you're ready to tune in just like we all are. But we are just getting into some of the backstory here with Staub actually getting tagged to start the game today. So it'll be interesting. Give a guy a shot and see what he does with it. Last week he had a really nice sound performance, and oh well. If we're talking about the conflict over in the Ukraine, it's anybody's guess. Let's hope that it is sooner rather than later. So again, Bones, appreciate it. We're all hoping that everything works out over there. Keeping our eye on the game. Oh, we got a special guest coming in already. We got Bones up on the chat, joining us from the Ukraine. And come on in. Here we go. We got my lovely wife, who is always very good about dropping some knowledge.
What? Dropping knowledge. I have zero knowledge. I am so not a football person.
Oh, there's plenty of knowledge that you can drop. There's nothing like number 4 it fell down because the game hasn't started, but excited.
Lots of energy.
Yeah. Oh, Bones. Yeah. We got you. We appreciate you you jumping in on the chat here. So we're just getting ready here for kickoff down in Houston. We got a full house here. So we got Mad Gino over here who has mad facts about football. We got Ollie joining us over here. To my left, we have my daughter Emma, who also is a bastion of knowledge about football. So for anyone who has questions, deep knowledge about Colorado football or anything else, just shoot the question up there on the chat. We will absolutely give an answer. It might not be the answer, but it will be a answer. So
go Buffs!
Go Buffs!
That's my knowledge I'm dropping.
All right, so we have, as we were talking, we got Ryan Staub, who's going to be leading and starting at quarterback. So he was the number 3 quarterback last week. He outplayed the other 2 quarterbacks and earned a shot, according to Coach Brime. So it'll be interesting to see if he can pick up where he left off. Wow, one of the dogs dropped something in here. Got like a smoke screen in here.
What is it?
Thanks, Bones. Yeah, well, we're all trying to entertain and make sure that we can drop any Colorado football knowledge that we possibly have. My other daughter, who is not here in the house, may be joining us later as a co-host. So if you stay online, we will see. So, all right, kickoffs here. Kickoff, we've got going right to left. Houston Cougars are in their red. Kick it off to the Buffs, who are dressed in all white for this game. Well, we got Sampy Edits, 10 Sampy Edits, saying hello, 10 Sampy Edits. Not sure where you're joining us from, but appreciate you joining. The other 12 folks who are on the line right now. A good start. So now we got Staub taking his second career start. He was a 3-star recruit, so we were talking a little bit about this earlier. He is a holdover from or the coach that joined before Coach Deion Sanders joined, and I think Deion pointed out last week he could have very easily jumped into the portal knowing that Shedeur Sanders was in ahead of him. We had Julian Lewis, a really high recruit, come in, and oh my goodness, we actually have
Cut that out.
we got a catastrophe going on here. We got a lot of not good stuff going on here. I would tell you about the game, but I can't see the game anymore.
Look at him. Look at what he did. These are all Twizzlers.
So anyway, yeah, glad to see. Yeah, that this guy finally got his life together. Agree, Brandon Wood. Appreciate the comment there as well. And it's nice that he actually gets a chance to shine here. So the first play was a bit of a misfire here. 2-yard loss for the Buffs. It's now 2nd and 12.
Hey.
Stop comes back, hits straight across the middle. We got number 8 streaking across, which is great. Gets about 10 yards of that 12 yards back, and that'll leave a short 3rd down, which is actually going to set us up really, really nice. We got Bones. Quiet today. Our friends came from America, and we thank you for your support. Well, we do what we can for you, Bones, and again, appreciate you jumping on the cast here. Danger wouldn't let this guy within 100 feet of my kids. I'm not sure who you're talking about, Danger, but hey, you got to draw some lines and make sure you stand by those. So appreciate that. Not sure where you're joining us from, Danger, or 10 Stampy Edits, but pop it in the chat, and perhaps you're close. Was looking at some other games here before I switched over here. Syracuse is actually playing an intra-state game today against Colgate, currently 14-3. There is an injury on that play, so the play was a bit delayed here. But now we got 3rd and 2. We are back. The Buffs are going left to right. Shotgun snap. We got a running back. Running goes forward for about 3-4 yards. We actually get a 1st down on a running play, which, for those of you over the last couple of years been watching Buff football, you know that running plays and getting a good push and getting good yardage on running plays is something that we do not do good. So ultimately, this year, I think we've started out with back-to-back 100+ yard rushing games, which is great. I don't know. Again, Bones. I don't think I can comment on that. I think if we're talking about some different things, let's stick to football. Let's stick to sports, and happy to talk on anything related to sports and these games. So we got the first down. We hand it off for first down. Grab another 3 yards. We're at 2nd and 7, which is manageable. It gives us a bunch of options to either continue running the ball. We can throw the ball. Stop, falls back. Again, over the middle, number 8. Number 8's off and running again. Oh, no, is that 8, 6, 7, 6? It's Miller. Miller gets it. Probably went for a good 10, 12 yards. So that is a fabulous start to this game. Drajon Miller, a 16-yard gain to the Houston 45. And so the Buffs early on mixing it up, both with run plays, both with pass plays. Stop again on first down. Throws it out to what happened?
Nothing. We're good.
Oh,
No, we're good.
yeah, we're still good. Anyway, start out first down and 10. We get a couple yards, 2nd and 8. But really, Houston, this game, when we look at the facts of this game, I think I kicked off by saying that this is the first time we played Houston since 1971. That is a long time between these two programs. Houston, of course, is generally pretty good in basketball. Football team, I think, is a recent new addition to the Big 12 conference when the Big 12 really shuffled around. Colorado left for the Pac 12, Nebraska left for the Big 10, a couple other schools bolted as well. And now we have Houston as one of our teams. Houston, really good defense the first couple of games. I think I saw a stat that they have only allowed 9 points through the first 2 games, and that speaks volumes to the stout defense. Currently, the Buffs are having uh, some good, but being able to move the ball quite well. It is 3rd and 12, so we lost a couple on our second down. We're 3rd and 12. This would be and we call a timeout. So Buffs called their first timeout. We are 3rd and 12 from the Houston 47. Pretty important to be able to get a number of yards here, if not for anything, to keep us close to field goal range. What do you think about that?
What, field goal range?
Yeah, field goal range. Anything football.
I don't really have a lot of things with football. It's been a hot second since I've watched. But I think a field goal sounds good.
Field goal sounds good. See, there we have it. We got it from the experts. Field goal sounds good. Our other expert actually left.
Back.
She last week her bit of knowledge on one play was that number 4 fell down. So there was some truth to that, and perhaps we can, now that the game's gone, we can get some more insights like that. Those keen insights that are really hard to find unless you've got good eyes on the screen here. All right. Just chit-chat. Normally I've got a filler.
I know.
Not today.
No
Not doing
filler.
a filler. Yeah.
I know. Where I just.
What about
texted-
Avery?
I just texted Belace for you.
Mm.
Yeah, I texted him. I sent the link.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, but to join his simulcast with you?
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, I think he must have his daughter tonight, so he would have to do that. Again, bones.
Stop it. It's ringing.
Yeah, not sure. What we need to do is chat about the game tonight, which is going to be an important one. And for those of you who missed it, you're going to have to wait again until next week to open up with our fancy new intro. That really is pretty highbrow, and it did take some time for us to put together. But can't wait to play that again for next week. Sets us up for a nice start. If we do look back at the games that are currently going on, Indiana State in-state rivalry. Indiana is up 38-0. 5 minutes left in the second quarter, so that is certainly going to be a close one in the end. Syracuse, as noted, is up 14-3. End of the first. We got, of course, the Buffs in Houston is the game that we are currently following. We do have K-State Arizona later, which will be a very interesting game. K-State, if you remember back to last year, K-State was one of those 4 teams in the top that ultimately either were close or tied for the Big 12 championship, and ultimately ended up opening their season against Iowa State, losing over in Dublin, and then lost. They might have won their second game and then lost their third game. Let's check really quickly. Yep, they did win against North Dakota, and then they lost a tight one to Army, 24-21 last week. So they are looking to even up uh, their record at 2-2. Arizona has started out 2-0. The only other game tonight is New Mexico UCLA. UCLA had the big transfer from Tennessee as quarterback, and ultimately have dropped their first 2 games. So so that's what we got on the schedule tonight. We got Mexico and UCLA rounding out the game. So in our as we were talking through that, Colorado threw an incomplete pass, now 4th and 12 from the 47, and they are lined up in punt mode. So it looks like the first possession we had pretty good luck moving the ball up past midfield and then really stalled out. So big booming kick on the way, and the Buffs down it at Houston 3. So that is a very good result. Now the Buffs defense will be coming out, and we will see how that side of the ball goes. As you know, starting out the first 2 games of this year, the blueprint was kind of planted last year in the Kansas game, where you just run, 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 or you have outside outside passes or something short over the center seems to be the blueprint against this Buffs defense and being able to move the ball. Last week against Delaware, they really moved the ball extremely, extremely well. So first play, back from the end zone. So they were backed up on the 3, a running play, essentially what we were talking about, slightly off the right hand side, up for about a gain of 8. So from 1st and 10 at the 3 to 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line or 11-yard line now. A really nice opening play for Houston. So the Buffs really need to start mixing up some defense. They have this 4 down lineman every play, it seems. Very infrequently do they rush. Houston just went out to the outside, a right hand, almost like a flanker screen out there. Busts off for about 15 yards, 16 yards. Yeah. So 2 plays, they go from the 3-yard line out to the 27. So a really nice start for Houston. Not such a good start for the Buffs defense for sure.
How does Dillies join
Um,
as like your?
it's on the link.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on the clip.
Yeah.
It's all he has to do.
Yeah, he clicks on the link, and then it'll ask him to join here. So, all right. We 1st and 10, Houston in the 27. They ran a run play. They got a yard, so it's 2nd and 9 from the Houston 28. So that's a positive stop for the Buffs. Next play, kind of a fake handoff, bootleg around to the right hand side by the Houston quarterback. Runs for about 9 yards, and what looks to be a 1st down if he's just shy.
Just shy.
3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. So a 7-yard run for the quarterback, which is again, the Buffs haven't had an answer over the last many number of weeks to be able to slow down run games, to be able to slow down things that are happening on the line of scrimmage and stop them for short gains. So we've got 3rd and 2, 1st down Cougars. I think gain of about 6 or 7, up to the up to the 45-yard line ish. Yeah, 44-yard line. So 1st and 10. So again, Houston having no problem at all moving the ball right now, which is going to be a concern again for the Buffs, but it seems to be the same MO. All right, so a fake handoff, little pressure by the Buffs, a long throw down to the 35-yard line on the Buff side, a really nice catch. Houston receiver laid out for that ball, brought it down inbounds for a what has to be like a 25-yard, 30-yard catch. Quick snap, and Houston's going deep, and that looks like it is going to be interference on Colorado right down on the goal line. Our cornerback never actually turned around to look at the ball, just totally in the receiver's face the entire way. That was an easy call for the referee, so that'll be a free 15 yards for the Buffs. That's going to
Would you say that the offense or the defense for the Buffs is better
I would
this
I would
season?
the offense so far, although they've been doing better. The defense, this is like they just can't stop anyone. Every play seems to go for positive yards. So even that play, so it was a 1st down and 10 play at the 34 and at the Colorado 34, and it was a quarterback keeper off to the left. Quarterback was tripped up on the line, and really the first play that the Buffs have had as a zero or a negative gain at this point. It's a 3rd down and 10. Get some pressure on the quarterback that time. It's an incomplete ball down at the foot of the running back who came out of the backfield, and now it's going to be 4th down and 10 from the 34. So we will see what Houston decides to do here, whether or not they are going to march their field goal kicker out. That'll be a long field goal, probably 51, 52 yards, or perhaps go for it. There is an injury on the play, so we will take a quick timeout. Oh, it looks like one of the linemen just got rolled up on by one of the Buffs. Inadvertent, as you get so many of those big bodies just rolling into each other. Hoping it's nothing serious for that
Player.
I think his name was Nuki. All right, while we're on break here, let's catch a little up on the scoreboards here. No change in the Indiana State game, 38-0. I think what's interesting are some of the games tomorrow. For those of you who are Northwestern fans, good luck against Oregon. That one will be rough, potentially, for Northwestern. Clemson does take on Georgia Tech. So Georgia Tech came to Boulder that first week, and they took the Buffs down. And Clemson, of course, lost their first game to LSU at home. So that this matchup, Clemson Georgia Tech, is a very traditional ACC matchup. It'll be interesting to see if Georgia Tech can keep it rolling, or if Clemson will have their number. Seeing what other good games are going to be lined up for tomorrow. Georgia Tennessee, I think, is going to be the primetime 3:30 game. Number 6 Georgia at number 15 Tennessee. So I'm sure that they are going to be fired up down at Tennessee at Neyland Stadium to be able to host Georgia this early in the season. We've got USC versus Purdue. Michigan State takes on Youngstown State. Let's see what we have for the 4:30. 4:30 kickoff is actually going to be a really good game for those of you in the Florida region. South Florida, as you know, has had 2 really nice wins this season. Last week over the University of Florida. They are taking on the number 5 Miami Hurricanes tomorrow at 4:30. And Where does that leave us? We've got Florida LSU for the 7:30 game. We also have Texas A&M, Notre Dame, which will be a great game. Notre Dame, as you know, if you followed last year in kind of this home and home series with A&M, they went down to College Station and they came home with the W. So hard to say what's going to happen this year. Notre Dame already has one loss on the season to Miami, where they went down in South Florida. And it looks like that might be kind of the big slate of games. Late games, of course, if you're up to it tomorrow evening, Boston College, Stanford, Texas State, Arizona State, and of course, Portland State versus Hawaii for any night owls.
All right, what's your favorite football snack to watch during football?
That was what my question was just gonna be.
No, get out.
Yeah.
All right, we may let me send
The delays.
no. Give me 1 second. We may have an additional guest joining us.
You never answered about the snack.
Favorite snack
To watch football.
watch football.
And then
Watch.
what is your go-to for the Super Bowl?
Oh,
I do like chips and queso. Chips and queso are good. And it could be, well, a relatively plain chip. You can't be eating like
Spicy.
Cool Ranch Doritos and queso dip. I'm sure some people do like that. But I would say that is a go-to snack. Plus, I do like me a good Twizzler.
yes, that is true. And your Mike and I.
And some Mike and Ike's, yeah.
Super Bowl, like what's like your dinner for the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl. We always have this taco dip, which is super tasty.
Which one is that one? The layer dip?
Yeah, layer dip with like
the
cheese
cream
and
cheese on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Hormel chili and cheese on top, and you melt it all.
super good.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me find
What's wrong?
top chat. This person. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right. So we'll send this off and we will see. Oops.
Is that him?
We will see if we
Can I have a friend?
yeah, we can have a friend who knows everything about sports. I will line that up.
Wait, in the way that me and Mom know everything about sports, or in the legit way?
Pretty much in the same way that you guys know sports.
Exactly.
And so this could be 3-part entertaining with make up as many facts as you need to.
Ellie's joining too.
Oh, all right. Excellent. Well, while we were talking snacks at Super Bowl and for football games, Houston did ultimately line up for a field goal, and they knocked it through, 52-yarder. So Houston now has the lead, 3-0. 6:42 left.
Email it to me.
Place@gmail.com. All right.
Send this email off.
Woo. Come on. Which one of you is this?
It's not me. It's probably the one in your lap.
Yeah.
I think you guys need to be on your way. All right. So we are sending some links. You guys are killing me. It's one of them.
Yes.
So we got some fireworks here in the building.
Some dogs.
Some
of that
dogs
taco
got some dogs got some problems right now. Yeah, you can.
No.
Who's out there? Not concerned. All right, so first down and 10. Running play goes nowhere. So back to the no gain running plays, which are always fabulous. That was Declan Taylor. No gain at the Colorado 31s, lining up second down and 10. Second down and 10. We've got
That's why I said that.
3 or 4 split out. Oh, here we go. Got a special guest. We got a flanker screen coming out. And if that's not a first down, it is darn close.
I know. That's exactly.
Well, hello, sir.
Hey, we got the kid here too. We tried to use the laptop, but it says we have to use the phone. So
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So she'll just stand behind me and that'll have to
Why
work.
would you let
What's
her?
going on here? Well, welcome. So
Thanks.
Buff Nation, we've got we're being blessed by some special guests today who know
Who are in
who are in Colorado, likely just missed out on getting tickets to the game tonight and have
Oh
an
yeah,
awful lot of
yeah.
sports knowledge that they can drop on now
Good.
our current 6 viewers.
Yep.
You lot right on your shoulders here, like huge pressure. I mean, Em and I asked what favorite snack you want to eat during football. So what is your answer?
What's your answer when you well, both of you, when
Well,
you are watching a football game, what do you like to eat?
Candy.
Candy. It's good.
What
Candy.
kind?
Any special kind?
I like Hershey's and M&M's.
Oh, yummy. That's
that's
good.
very good.
That's good.
Good. Good.
Delay.
Are we talking American rules football, Australian? Are we going with the British definition? Because
We're gonna start with American rules, and then we can go to
American
Australian next. Especially if your snacks are different.
football.
True.
Okay. Yeah, of course. I mean, you're not going to eat the same snack. I'm not a barbarian by any means. I mean,
I know.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm doing American rules football, we're not talking flag football, because with flag football, you're going to want to have yourself a fruit roll up, from back in the day. Yeah. That way, if the flags get ripped off, you run out of those, you just attach the fruit roll up and you're good to go on that.
It's genius.
It's just nice. And that's if you're watching live, obviously. If you're just, sitting at home watching flag football, then you can eat whatever fruit product you want. But I do recommend fruit with the flag football.
Wait, what about this, Delays? This is Emma. You can turn it if you want. Got a question that doesn't really pertain to football, but does pertain to what you just said about fruit. How do you feel about fruit in dessert?
Ooh,
It really, that's Ellie's all about it. I representing the neurodivergent community of me, because I can't represent the rest of them. Everybody's experience is unique, but I'm just gonna go with me. I don't care for fruit in pies for the most part. I don't
So
like
what
the
kind of
texture.
pie do you like then? Like a
Pumpkin
chocolate
pie.
pie?
I do like.
So pumpkin isn't a fruit by definition,
Mm,
or a
not,
gourd.
I'm
So
not.
you like
See,
gourd pies?
I mean, I could probably, so like if you took strawberries and the other types of fruits that they like to toss in their apple, I can do apple pie if it's got some ice cream with it, but it's the texture, the skin on the fruit that to me tastes like eating flesh.
Who leaves skin on apple pie? No way. You
Well,
gotta like,
All right. What about
cherry
this?
pie. I can't handle cherry pie because of that texture. It's just yeah. So
to come back to football, what
Right.
fruit do you think you could carve the best into a football shape?
Pretty sure.
Did we just accept that pumpkin was a fruit? That's a gourd.
Okay, I didn't know that they had their own class, but
Yeah, I don't know. We've been outclassed in the food categories here. Watermelon. That's true. Absolutely.
Or you could and
Okay.
you could put a whole bunch of bananas together and layer them like next to each other,
Mhm.
and it would be hollow on the inside. In theory, it would have the right shape. All right, getting back to Australian rules football, what's your go-to snack?
Oh, go-to snack on that? That's what's the thing that we were just talking about the other day?
we've been talking about a lot of things.
Vegemite. That's gonna be my Vegemite. That's what I'm gonna go to on that.
On a
So,
sandwich?
yeah.
Vegemite
Oh yeah,
sandwich,
absolutely.
yeah.
That's
That
my
before?
snack right there. What's that?
Yeah, Men at Work made it popular.
That's right.
Yeah. I was literally just
Yeah.
thinking the same thing.
Yeah. See,
No,
Ellie was
no,
thinking
I-
the same thing. Matter of fact,
I didn't-
I got to point out a very important thing that happened today in a father-daughter relationship. We were listening to
Oh, hang
music.
on. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Houston quarterback went around the right-hand side, found a big hole, and I think he's still running. He ran for about 3 miles before he was tackled on that play. That was a huge busted play by the
Uh,
Buffs.
Poor
He
showing.
must
Poor
have
showing.
ran for boy, maybe a 40-yard run, 49-yard run. So, all right, back to
I think
the father-daughter.
based on my numbers, we haven't seen that much yardage gain since what was that, 97 when they played Houston? Pretty sure.
Well,
Listeners at home,
Houston,
check that stat just to be sure, but I'm fairly certain that's what that was. 97 against Houston.
Yeah.
No,
So
71.
71? 70?
it could have been 70. I would go with 71 for sure. Yeah.
I mean, okay, I'm not gonna stake my reputation on this. I'll defer on that one.
Yeah.
So we
That
were
was a
on
freebie.
our way to
The father-daughter
school
thing.
this morning. We were listening to some tunes, variety of things, and we listen to some 80s songs from time to time as well. And Ellie said that she enjoys my music. She doesn't really care for moms. So big moment there of bonding where Ellie and I enjoy the same music.
There was
So
another.
What music is that?
Yeah, what's your favorite music, Ellie?
My favorite music is 80s.
Ooh, nice.
Any particular band, any particular song? Just all of
Queen.
it, all at once.
I love Queen.
Queen, good choice. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Queen. Lots of blitzing going on right now, although number 0 is everywhere. He's teleporting all over the field to right where the ball lands, even though there are 3 buffs around him. So another big play by Houston here, down to maybe the 10-yard lines of the buff. So it's hard to defend teleportation,
yeah,
but
that is rough. I haven't seen this much blitzing since Christmas, my friends.
I know. Well, there is a personal foul. It's against
Play.
It's against Colorado though, so just
Boo.
adds to the misery when you
Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer. Oh,
Yeah.
Looking at
I don't even know what that means.
it. They're
it's a bit
yeah,
offsides.
There's another
We've got some vacuum
father-daughter moment.
cleaners.
There was another father-daughter moment when I was in my room and Dad came in and kind of asked me some dad questions, and you know what I said?
What's that?
I said, Dad, I just want to be alone in my room.
That's
the right
a
answer.
good answer.
Essentially
I said
saying hit the road, Jack.
Yeah.
That's my kid right there. I just want to be alone in my room. Also, one of the comments that my child made, and this is important. I think your daughters should hear this if they can. We went on a little road trip this past summer up through South Dakota. Went through a canyon that got a little windy, and someone got car sick. And so we had to pull over so she didn't, act on that impulse. And we'd been there for some time. We were 10 minutes away from our destination, 10 minutes. And we had to sit by the side of the creek so she could recuperate. And finally I said, Hey, you ready to go yet? And she said, Could you take a moment and spare a thought for my feelings right now?
Oh,
After
That's
like
genius.
5 minutes.
That's well
So
played. I mean, your father wasn't even taking in the surroundings.
I was like,
5 minutes, and he was like, "Hey, you ready to go?"
I respect the boundary setting.
Yeah.
I had to walk away at that point because it was. What do you say to that?
There's not a lot you can say to that.
Who talks like that?
Your daughter.
Spare a thought for my feelings.
Not exactly sure what's going on behind me. We got some rampaging dogs behind us.
Vacuum
See
cleaners.
that?
Yeah.
See that?
Well, while we were discussing
Mhm.
potential sickness
Okay.
on the side of the road,
Yeah.
Houston did march it in, and they scored a touchdown. So now they are
Once
up
again,
10-0.
that is. You hate to see that. I mean,
What the last game they were down 10-0. When was that? When was
oh,
that?
10-0. I
The little
want to
mouse is
say
upstairs.
2013.
Well,
Hey,
I think you're probably
haven't been
pretty
that
close
long.
there.
Yeah.
Come on, Boo Boo.
That
Let's go.
was the famous piccolo incident with
Dennis.
the band that year, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Yeah, you did not want to be a band member
No.
during
No,
that time.
I don't think that piccolo has been removed yet. I think that surgery hasn't even been developed. So, but yeah, tough time to be a freshman. That's what that was.
You can play tunes wherever you go. That's how it is.
Absolutely. Yep.
Well,
When
you missed out on quite a crew. I think we had at one point maybe 15, 16 people viewing
16 viewers at one point, my gosh.
at one time. Can you imagine?
Simultaneously.
Yeah.
That's a lot of sadness right there, really. I mean, it's a
Well,
Friday night and
Friday night.
I mean,
well,
I'm here.
we keep going between 2 and 1 here, so we're gonna alternate. We're gonna make sure that
I
people are entertained.
I was gonna take a bath, but then Gina texted me and she's like, "Todd's dying. He's dying out there. He needs you to step up to the plate." And
I know. Normally, I've got Greg to like bail me out, give
I
me
know.
some, give me some topics to
Oh
talk about.
man, and Greg's got the voice for this too. I mean, the two of you together, I just can't even imagine how that goes in terms of the presenters. I mean, you guys have Radioland voices.
It's good. Well, you got to listen to this great intro
Okay.
that I engineered. Yeah, only if you're ready for it, though. It's
Yep.
pretty
Yep.
nice.
Yep. I'm okay. Go.
All right, here we go. Not my voice. I tried to get my voice.
Every Saturday, the Buffs electrify the stadium with unstoppable energy. And we're right there, bringing you every heart-pounding moment. Welcome to Buffs Brothers, your front row seat to epic live play-by-play and next-level expert analysis of Colorado Buffalo's football greatness. Don't just watch the game. Feel the adrenaline. Join the brothers who live and breathe Buffs football. Tune in every week and get hyped. Buffs Brothers starts now.
Bam.
Wow.
Like
And that's
I know
you?
I know it starts with Saturday and it's only Friday, so we were off to begin with.
Okay. And that's you and Greg they're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had to hype ourselves up a little bit.
Yeah. Live and breathe Buffs football.
You know,
I mean, that's
we're getting international. Last week we had someone from Finland join. We've already had Bones join from the Ukraine.
no
So
kidding. Wow.
yeah, we're
Okay.
expanding our network well beyond the borders of just our own basement.
Fine. I'm fine.
Cool. Yeah. If there could not be a child getting injured, that'd be great.
Yes.
I know
Yeah.
pick it on the board.
That's true.
I don't think it's going to be a good game today so far.
It sounds like it's going real
getting
bad.
back to all right, Ellie, I got another one for you. When you are watching proper English football, what is your go-to snack?
Or maybe like chips and guacamole.
Oh no. Oh, Ellie, it's tea.
Oh yeah.
It's tea and biscuits.
Oh yeah.
Tea and biscuits. Wow. I could go with chips and guacamole. You can go with whatever you need.
Jammy Dodgers, maybe.
Yeah.
Custard creams are really my go-to. But
I mean,
Turkish delight maybe.
Oh no, Turkish. Nobody likes eating roses.
Yeah.
Unless you're a goat.
Or a horse. Yeah.
It's true.
Horse.
Of course. All right, you want to sit on my lap? Is that what's going on here? Oh, good grief. The kid's 10, Hey, this is the perfect time to thank them for the lovely gifts of the train and the dice.
Yeah, those dice are really fancy.
Oh, have you used them yet?
Not yet, but my friend's coming over tomorrow to game, so I'm gonna use them there at that time.
Okay, I think that's a smart thing to. What about the train?
I'm working on it right now.
That's a lie. She's not working on it right now.
She hasn't even opened it, has she?
Not right now, but I have been.
Yeah.
Not at the
Yeah.
second, but I have been.
Okay, there we go.
Those
That's
take
fair.
some time. Well, we do have we've got a couple of comments here. Cloudy Shadow. Where's Greg? Greg's off
Hey,
gallivanting up in the mountains today. So we've got many other special guests filling in for
don't
Greg.
don't ask questions you don't need the answers to, my friend. You don't.
That's right. That's right. And then we have another question is I see the Star Wars helmet in the back. Are you a fan? Of course. You have to be a fan.
Mm-hmm.
We were listening to a little Yoda singing earlier today,
Nice.
with his snazzy little tune, his rocking and
Poke,
rolling tune.
poke in the coconut.
That's right.
I don't know if that means you're so much of a fan as it is you beheaded a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Ewok style.
Well,
Hey,
no, he just dropped. He was on lunch break, sat his helmet down, and then got up to go to the bathroom. So,
hey, here's a fun Star Wars question for you. So,
Mhm.
something to ponder. In Return of the Jedi, Princess Leia is taken in by the Ewoks. How did they have a dress that fit her?
Yeah.
That's
How
actually
did
a really
the
good question.
Ewoks just randomly
That's
have
what I'm
a
saying.
perfectly sewn dress that perfectly fit her?
Yep.
How?
Yeah. I mean,
Is it
Well,
like they knew that she was coming?
they actually had in one of their huts. They had a dry cleaner shop, and it's very possible that she had been
The
there
Ewok
before,
dry cleaner.
and she left her dress there to get dry clean, and happened to stumble across it.
yeah. Ewok in, Ewok out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
But that
That's
makes
right. That's right. Another question here we have is what's your favorite football related movie? This could go many ways again, right? Because it could
Oh,
be American football, it could be English football, Australian rules football,
the replacements. It's the replacements.
the
No,
replacements.
no question about it.
We do like the
Because
replacements.
they bring in the English, or the Welsh kicker who was in English football. So you got a nice combination there.
Yes. Um, yeah, there's I a number of football movies are not American football movies are not coming to mind. The one with Denzel Washington is very good. Um, as it relates to English or proper English football, soccer, as we might say here,
Yeah,
certainly.
bend it like Beckham.
Honestly, I haven't seen Bennett like Beckham
Oh, jeez.
personally. Victory, my all-time favorite. That one actually
Okay.
has a young Sylvester Stallone. It's got Pele is in it
Oh,
for any
oh,
soccer
wow.
stars
There's a
way back in
throwback.
the day, and
Okay.
really good movie where they actually end up getting out of a Nazi camp by winning
Ooh.
against a group of Nazi, or I think the German national team. So
The German national team. Okay. All right.
yeah, very good show.
Yeah.
Besides from your go-to team, which I cannot remember the name of right now.
The Buffs?
Yeah, the Buffs.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is your second go-to team?
In college football or in just football in general?
Just football in general.
Well, I would have to say from like a professional football, we do have an affinity for the Denver Broncos out here.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what's the person called who dresses up in a costume for the football game?
Mascot.
The mascot. Do you know that this guy here, Todd, he was the mascot for the CU Buffs?
Nice.
Chip is what he's called. And
That's right.
Todd did that for a couple years. Was it 2 years?
Couple years. Yeah, 2.5 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Worst smelling outfit you would ever put on your body.
Oh.
Especially after he was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you should come over to our school and be our Panther. Our school is the Powderhorn Panthers.
There you go.
That would be fabulous.
Panther.
What does your Panther wear? Like the Pink Panther?
No, not the Pink Panther, just a Black Panther. It's just
Black Panther.
a
Those
panther.
are the coolest.
Yeah, a Black Panther wearing a white T-shirt. Stop it.
Mm.
It said stop it.
Oh, we're losing our connection.
Yeah. You're frozen.
Yeah, they did both, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Of some judgment that the microphone of the referee actually went silent. So I'm not exactly sure what happened, but it seems as though Houston progressed the ball, and it looks like they have a first down. So it's if you are a Buffs fan right now, you are not very pleased with what's going on.
Probably both
Think
with the
from
game and the podcast.
Yeah.
Do you still have your mascot costume?
I don't. I sadly I turned it in. I was too responsible. But one of the other people that I was the mascot with kept it for a long, long time. Kept one of them because there's multiple mascots at the same time, and then ultimately ended up turning it into one of the museums in Boulder. That's where I last saw it, and I remember wearing that thing, and that thing did not smell good. Ask any of my roommates, and they'll tell you how
You should,
stinky our place was.
you should have sprayed some Febreze in the.
We tried everything, believe me. But when you and there was occasionally you could wash a bunch of it, but the head was like this big, and it was made out of foam. So you can imagine with so much sweat and water and everything that was in there, really hard to get that clean. You would have to soak it in a bathtub, and then you would just have to like keep pushing the foam to try and get as much water out, and then put it in front of a fan. So I don't know if you have any friends who are who play like lacrosse or hockey or anything like that, but
he's my classmate. His name is Bennett. He plays hockey.
oh, and have you ever smelled his pads?
No, I've never been to one of his games or anything.
Yeah, same. It's not very tasty, that's for sure.
Speaking of games, what did we play last night? We went. What did we do as an activity?
Oh, we went axe throwing.
We went axe throwing. That's right.
No, you didn't. How'd you do?
We did quite good. Video.
You figured out how you needed to throw it. How do you hold it to throw it? What was most effective for you?
What's this?
Just one hand?
Yeah. She does like the two-handed over the head throw,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
With the big axe.
Yeah.
Because I am not strong. Oh, this is what Dad did.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So that is what I did is I threw a knife, and
Yeah.
the side of the handle of the knife, like the hilt,
Yeah.
stuck in the target is what I did. So that was
That's hard
special.
to do.
Yeah.
Wow. For those of you who have not gone axe throwing, I would certainly recommend it.
Yes.
I did prefer the two-hander. I felt like I had more control when I could flick it like that. One-hander, I don't know that I actually got one axe to stick one-handed.
Oh.
Well, this is Poopy. This is me with the dagger.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
Which one did you enjoy? Did you enjoy throwing the daggers more or the axes more?
I like throwing the double-headed axe and the triple-headed axe.
Yes. Yeah, the triple-bladed axe was really, really fun.
Triple-bladed axe. Wow.
Yeah, it's got the two big blades, and then at the head, it's a point.
Okay, so you've got multiple places where you could actually get that. That's good. Did you guys get to play like particular games while you were axe throwing? Like I seem to recall we played bingo.
Bingo.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I could see that. No, we played a one where we knocked over virtual bottles, basically.
Yeah.
Cocktail glasses and things like that.
Wine bottles. I thought I saw like a
She
whiskey
doesn't.
bottle.
Yeah, she doesn't like to do anything like there were some animal targets and zombie targets, but she doesn't like that. So even
Yeah, I would not even like hunting animals in video games.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
will not do it.
hunting with
And I was
axes
so
probably
mad at
isn't the
Daddy
best.
when he played what was it?
The Long Dark.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
threw stones at rabbits and killed them.
So sometimes that's how you got to do to survive, right?
See, and that's
Yeah,
exactly what I said. Look, either the rabbit dies or I do. And she'd rather I die, is how that came out.
Yeah, in video games. I'd rather you kill a rabbit in real life.
If it was between life or death?
Yeah.
Mm.
But in a video game, I'd rather you die.
Do you know that there is actually a survival problem called rabbit poisoning?
Yeah.
No.
See?
Yeah. So in a survival situation, sometimes people must live off of rabbits, but they have such a low content of anything but protein, you end up with far too much protein and not enough of what you really need, and it will eventually kill you off. So, yeah.
Wow. So a strict rabbit diet is one to steer clear from.
Yep, absolutely. You got to stay away from that. So,
Yeah.
got to find something else
I'm
to eat.
aware of that. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think you need to worry about that. Not right now, at least.
Oh no,
But
that's totally
axe
fair.
throwing, yes. We've got a comment from Gina. Yes, axe throwing. Yeah.
Yes.
We ended up going axe throwing, and I think Gina did beat us, and then my other daughter might have beat us in the next game, and so yeah.
Nice. Well,
Yeah,
Grandpa
I would probably
is
start.
the winner.
Yeah, he was the big winner, all of them, except Daddy got one.
I won the first game, and then Grandpa started.
And I won 0.
Yeah.
And that was where we went yesterday for last night for Grandpa's 75th birthday, and the 75-year-old man took us out in the axe throwing contest. So,
Excellent. It's using all that skill and that age.
Well, it turns out he used to do that in his younger days. I didn't know this. When he was growing up on the ranch, he and his buddies would take horses and they'd go out into the mountains and throw knives and hatchets for fun.
Really?
Yeah. There's Grandpa's.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys had like a fancy one with all kinds of things. Ours just had like it was the same. It was a two-headed axe, and it was only maybe about that big, and that was it. That was the only thing they turned us loose on. So
well, next time you guys are out here, we'll take you over to our local, and they got all kinds. We got throwing stars, throwing knives, variety of axes. Yeah.
I think ours had not a crossbow, but a bow and arrow range that you could do. We didn't try that out. Yeah.
Okay. I think they need to bring in spears next. I was like, I really want to try that out.
Spears would be good. Spears would be good. For those who are following the game, before we go back to Spears, Houston does kick another field goal, 43-yard field goal. Houston Cougars are now up 13-0 on our Colorado Buffaloes with 14-13 left in the second. So we got a long way to go. We got another one?
Question there. Another question in the chat there.
Did you collect any sports cards?
Sports cards?
Not me, just Pokemon and Magic cards.
Yeah, so
just
Pokemon and Magic cards. Oh, don't forget, you also collected what? Your Chocolate Frogs cards, right?
Oh yeah, I did collect Chocolate Frogs cards.
Yeah. So
Chocolate Frogs cards. I've been collecting cards my whole life, and starting with Garbage Pail Kids.
That's what I was going to reference.
Back in like the mid '80s.
All right.
And then Greg and I we collected baseball cards for a long time, and then
I've
got a bunch of baseball cards now so yes, I have collected sports cards. I do have a fun story. So I think, I don't know, 20 years ago, for those of you who have ever played the game Civilization online, all two of you, again, could be international. A good friend of mine who might or might not be on the screen on my right hand side right now, we did play the early Civilization games, and in that, this has nothing to do with Civilization, just setting up the idea that at that point, I really wanted to get myself a 1933 Gaudi Lou Gehrig card, his rookie card. At that time, 20 years ago, you could pick one up for $350, $400, which is a lot of money. And I certainly didn't have that having young kids. And so last year, 2 years ago, something like that, I found one on one of these popular auction websites, and ultimately ended up taking a risk on it and paying 200 and something dollars. Where nowadays, if they're graded, they could go for 3,000, 10,000, 20,000, depending on what the grade is. But the cheapest to get in really is probably about 2,500, 3,000. So I found one, $250, something like that. And I was like, you know what? I'll take a risk, because the person was like, I don't know if it's real or not. And so I take it. I'm excited about it. I send it in to get it graded. And one of the grading agencies sends it back and essentially says, we can't tell. Like, we can't authenticate it. So I'm like, all right, well, that doesn't necessarily convince me that it's not real. So I send it into another one. And yeah, I got that back today. And yeah, they pretty much called it a fake straight out. So it was worth a shot to get a 1933 Gary Gowdy, but at the end of the day, that
Yeah.
one's going in the safe.
Yeah, I once bought a autographed copy of the script from the Karate Kid.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, had all the major cast members' autographs on it. Did not know that it was a photographed copy of the autographs, not the actual autographs. So
also going into the safe.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't even know what I end up doing with that, other than just feeling kind of sad. But
Yeah, I think that's
He did
ultimate.
get a picture signed by Stephen Fry.
that is true. I do have a photograph signed by
Really?
Stephen Fry. Yeah, and I did get to see Ralph Macchio from a distance
From a distance.
at Comic-Con. Yeah.
From a distance.
Could have been
Hey, whatever.
from anywhere. It could have been down the street.
He was within, I would say, 50 feet.
All right. See, there you go.
Yeah. I just wasn't willing to drop the cash to meet him personally. And then I did see him before they put up the privacy screen basically around him, so that nobody else could then claim that they had seen him.
When I was at Elitch's, they were showing this Blippi show, and okay, and they were showing the Blippi show, and at Elitch's, and me and May were up on me and my best friend were up on the Ferris wheel, and we saw it behind the scenes.
You saw Elitch's behind the scenes. How was
Yeah,
it?
this is the Blippi show.
Yeah. And we were just busting out laughing because
Did it ruin the
question in there.
surprise and the whole?
we got
all of it?
another question.
Oh,
Best Super Bowl you've all ever watched?
What's the best Super Bowl you've ever watched?
I've never watched a Super Bowl.
Neither have I.
come on now. You could have picked anyone from 1 through 58, 59.
Right. Yeah.
Let's check how many Super
Stop.
Bowls.
Stop.
What is
No,
this?
I think Ellie's favorite is 9 3/4.
Yeah.
Super Bowl 9 3/4.
Yeah.
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 That
The
is
Harry
a
Potter
popular
Super
one.
Bowl.
Yeah, this would be a Super Bowl 60 this year. So you would have had a 1 in 60 chance. You could have said 1. And drops
Well, let me change my
I
answer.
don't know what the
say
best
27.
Super Bowl that I've ever
27.
watched is.
Oh, wait, hang on a second. Hang on. When did Denver win? It would have been the Broncos
40 years
won.
ago? Just kidding.
No, she's not too far off. It was like 30 years ago. When was that?
Well, they've
Hey, let me
won.
look
They've
it up.
won more recent than that as
Stop.
well.
Let me do it. Okay.
They have won in 2016, 1998, and
That's the one.
1999 back to back.
Yep. 1998. I was playing Master of Orion 2 with my buddy Laba, and I remember distinctly we were playing that, and we heard a lot of shouting from the entire apartment complex. And Laba said, "Oh, hey, I guess the Broncos won the Super Bowl." And I said, "Yep, your turn." So yes, favorite Super Bowl right there. Closest I came to watching it.
That's a good one. I remember the 1998 Super Bowl. I have to say was pretty good. That one was, I think, against the Green Bay Packers.
That's what I'm referencing, 98. So yeah.
And let's see. And that one, I was actually over in England studying, and of course, with the kickoff time being 5 hours later, um, there were only all the bars over there for folks who have been over there actually close at a reasonable time at 10 or 11 every night. And so for these type of sporting events, these sports bars have to get special licenses. So we ended up at a snooker bar that
Nice.
stayed open until I think 3 or 4 in the morning, and got to watch the game there. So yeah, so that was a very cool one.
Nice.
All right. Well, we need to get this kid into her bath.
All
So
right.
that is all the entertainment we can provide.
Yeah.
Thanks
Hey,
for having
thanks
us.
for joining.
Thanks.
Thanks for dropping some knowledge
What a
and working us
pleasure.
through some of the stuff of some of your favorite things. Enjoy the rest of your
Absolutely.
evening, and we'll chat with you later.
Anytime. All right. The next time I have my podcast, you'll have to be on.
You got it. You got it. Sign me up.
Talk to you later, my friend.
Take care. All right. So that was my good friend DeLace. He is a wizard as it relates to sports knowledge, as you can guess. So appreciate his time and his daughter's time here. What have we missed in the game over the last 15, 20 minutes? Well, more and more Houston really pushing the ball down the field. Houston is really taking control of this game. Staub has not been having a good game at this point. Total yards, Houston has 155 to 47 for the Buffs. 2 first downs for the Buffs. Houston's going long again on a 3rd and 8, and this time overthrew the receiver. So it is currently 13-0 Houston. 4th down and 8. They'll be punting the ball. But Staub at this point is 6 of 10, 42 yards. From a rushing standpoint, boy, let me check some stats here, but I would be surprised if we had more than 10 yards rushing. 42 yards passing, yeah, we are sitting at 5 yards. 5 yards rushing for the game. So clearly an offensive performance tonight by the Buffs. Huge kick by Houston that actually gets down to inside the 10-yard line. So a really nice punt by the Houston punter. Dropping the Buffs. I think starting point will be, I think, the 8-yard line when they come back from commercial. So more of the same that we've been watching over the last couple of weeks, where it's just very difficult for us to stop the run. Currently, the Houston quarterback with his arm is not killing us. He's got 63 yards, but he's 4 of 10. He's 40% completions. But he is also their top carrier with 4 carries for 54 yards. Lots of that has been blitzing just right down the middle. Quarterback keepers are finding the seam and just breaking it for 20 yards at a go. So a lot to clean up. It's going to be really critical for the Buffs to actually get a drive going. Like I said, I think we've got 2 overall first downs this point for the entire game, and that's not going to do it at this level, and it's not really going to do it for when we get into the heart of the Big 12 schedule. Once we get past this Houston game, if we're able to survive this, We got Wyoming coming to town next week, up to Boulder. And then we got some hard ones. We got BYU comes into town. We have to go to TCU, who looked really good against North Carolina. We have Iowa State coming town, and then we have to go to Utah. So our next 4 out of the next 5 games are going to be quite challenging games for the Buffs. So, going into those games, going into the Wyoming game 2-1 is certainly going to put them in a way more comfortable position than going into the Wyoming game 1-2. And if they're fortunate enough to walk out of that one with a win at that point, they're 500 going into a stretch of 4 games that is not going to be the easiest stretch that they have. So if we go and check out, let's see what else is out there right now. Let's see where some of these other games are. Indiana up big on Indiana State, 52-0, with not just over 9 minutes left in the third. I don't. If you're betting on Indiana State, you better start getting some money's worth. Colgate and Syracuse. Syracuse is up 38-3 at half. That one seems to be in hand for the Orange. And the only other 2 games, as we noted a little bit earlier, are going to be the K-State Arizona game with a 10 o'clock, with a 9 o'clock kickoff on Fox, and then a 10 o'clock kickoff for the New Mexico Lobos versus the UCLA Bruins. Perhaps one of them UCLA can turn things around and get the first win of the year. But getting back to the Colorado game, we've got 1st and 10 Buffaloes starting from their 7-yard line. They are going right to left. And again, this defense for Houston is eating them up. They still, through almost a little over 2 games, 1 quarter, have still only allowed 9 points for the entire season thus far. They are stuffing everything that Colorado has from a run perspective. That was a run for no gain. Staub throws it high on 2nd down. So now we are really quickly back to a 3rd and 10, backed up in our own end zone, essentially, at our 7-yard line, and putting ourselves in these long down 3rd down positions that just make it challenging to keep moving the ball forward. So hopefully Staub has some magic. 6 of 11 for 42 yards. Need a big 3rd down push here. Stands in, delivers the ball, which would have been a 1st down, and there is a flag on the play. I think it looks as though Colorado may get lucky and may get an pass interference call here, which will, if that's a spot foul or 15 yards, is going to put them up towards the 23-yard line. So let's hear the call here. Pass interference number 1, automatic 1st down. Whew, we dodged a bullet there. We actually get a 1st down, which is going to be incredibly important. So it's a plus 15 yards. So it will be 1st down and 10 at Colorado 22. No doubt about that on the replay. I mean, he had a handful of jersey, even pulled it over his shoulder pad on his right shoulder, and that is an easy call for the officials. So the Buffs get bailed out on 3rd and 10 from their 7, and now it is 1st and 10 on from the 22. Staub goes back, and the pocket is collapsed. There is nowhere to go. And gets lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain, 2nd down and 10. Again, this Houston defense up front is stout. They are fast. They are pushing, rushing every play. Staub really isn't having too many clean looks. We get a look at Caden Stanton over on the sideline. Perhaps his time is coming, and a quick throw to the Quick throw to the tight end, gain of 2 at best, puts us at 3rd down and 8. With again a 3rd down long situation in front of us, which is what has plagued our team for the last many years. Is we're not putting ourselves in good spots on 3rd down to have something small yardage, something that's manageable. So we got 3rd and 8, steps back, stops, getting pressured again. He is off and running around the corner, and he actually picks up a 1st down. So a good run by Staub to get a 1st down run there for the Buffs. So advancing the ball, maybe about a 10-yard run when he needed 8. So nice by Staub to 11-yard run, get out to the 34. So handoff on 1st down, sweeping out to the left-hand side, turns it upfield, gets 11. Wow, that's a really good run play. That really, we need more of these. You're running out to the left, you got some blockers out in front of you, and just keep chugging. 11 yards for the for the 1st down. So back it. We got 1st and 10 again. We try and run it up the middle, and that's Welch up the middle, and Welch gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. If he stumbled forward for a yard, we would be lucky. So it is 2nd and 9 here. A good drive so far. Again, we got lucky that we had the pass interference to bail us out early, but we are fortunately moving the ball at this point, at least forwards. 2nd down. It's a quick screen out to number 4 on the left-hand side. Who's that? Miller? Walker? No, Miller. D. Miller. And that looks is to be a gain of 8 again, which is going to be a 1st down. Gain of 9 on that one for a 1st down. So stringing together a couple 1st downs in a row, which is which is something we desperately need. We're taking some time off the clock. It wasn't quite a 1st down, so it is 3rd down and 1. 8:20 left in the quarter. This isn't a time for us to do something silly and get creative. Like, let's get the 1 yard. Let's move it. We're actually on Houston's side of the field at this point. We got 4 wide. Quick handoff inside. And Price takes a good 7-8 yard run there. And that is going to move the chains. That's going to keep us moving forward towards Houston's end zone here. Hurrying up a little bit with some pace here. 1st and 10 from Houston's 38. Best drive that we've seen so far. Another handoff straight up the middle. Breaks it all the way for a touchdown. Touchdown, Price. So that was a 38-yard run by Price, right up the gut. Once he passed the 2nd level, there was no one close to him. Follows his blockers, and Houston had sucked up really far to clog the line. So Buffs on the board. 6-0. That's a 10-play drive, 93 yards. 4 minutes 15 seconds total. So they went pretty quick there, and they get their first smell of points. So 7:33 left in the game, extra point to come, or in the 2nd quarter, extra point to come. And we got a contest now. Extra point is good. It is 13-7 Houston. So well done, Buffs, and we will take a quick pause here and be back after the commercial break. All right, Buffs Nation, we are back. We are back. We have a ball game at 13-7. There are signs of life from the Buffs. That was, again, a good drive that ends with a 38-yard rushing touchdown. That might be the longest rushing play. Let's check some stats. Longest rushing play for Colorado in the last 5 years. Let's see what they say. Oh, there was an 80-yard running back, 80-yard run in 2020 season. That would be a good game for any of you who caught that game back in 2020. That was Jarek Broussard. He finished with 301 rushing yards that particular day. One of those being an 80-yard sprint in that particular game against Arizona. So a really good outcome there for at least getting some points on the board, for being able to sustain a drive. Let's get some first downs. Let's get some yards. That really helps. So still looking at quite a deficit from a yardage perspective. 183 yards, total yards for Houston versus 125 for the Buffs. So again, quite anemic for Colorado so far. We did have 5 first downs on that drive, so we were up to a total of 7. And we have held the ball almost 3.5 minutes longer than Houston. Houston, we just haven't been able to stop, though, as they go down the field. I think there's been 1 punt by Houston thus far, which doesn't bode well for us. So we will look into the last 7:34 of the first half, hoping we can get the ball back here. I'd say this part's brought to you by Fritos, but it's not. It's brought by a spicy chili cheese chip, which if you need something spicy and chili cheese, that's the way to go. Oh, there we go. Got a chime in by the other Buff Bro, who is again up in the hills here, looking good. Yeah, we're doing all right here. First down and 10. Houston does a bit of a screen out to the right hand side, and he's immediately cut down at the line of scrimmage, bringing up a 2nd and 10. So one of those plays that we needed really. We need to do back-to-back more often. 2nd down and 10, quarterback keeper right up the gut. And this quarterback really, Wegman really has a knack for finding a hole, being able to dive in and out of the holes and weave through the defenders. And essentially in that case, weaves forward for another 9 yards. So going from a 2nd and 10, 9-yard run down to a 3rd and 1. He's got 63 rush yards, Connor Wegman has already. And we're not even through the first half. So here's a quarterback keeper on 3rd and 1. Looks like with that push, should give him enough for the first down. Move the chains, and looks like 1st and 10, Houston at the 35. Second effort really got him there. All right. So here we are in the under 6 minutes in the first half. I've already had one special guest today. We maybe have may have some more surprises. 1st and 10. Houston tries to rush it up the gut. Looks as though Connors may have gotten a yard or 2 at best. Bottled them up quite nice there, which was nice. Leaves a 2nd and 8. 2nd and 7 from the 38. So he did end up getting 3 yards there. If Wegman is not killing us with his arm, at this point he's only 6 of 12, 50% for 91. It's his legs, 6 carries, 64 yards, over 10 to carry. Oh, he wings it out to the right-hand side. Receiver comes back to it, jukes out the the defender on the spin around and goes forward for about another 10, 12 yards. So a really nice completion there for Wegman to Tanner Koziel, 21 yards down to the Colorado 41. Not the best when you need a defensive stop, but a good little play for Houston there. 1st and 10, rush right up the middle. Boy, Houston's eating that all day. That's another 7-yard gain. Right up the gut. Connors. 2nd and 3. So again, the hard part for the Buffs has been holding consistently for a number of plays in a row. You're getting down to an area where at the 34, you've already seen that the Houston kicker can hit it from here. 2nd down is another run, perhaps another 1 or 2 yards. That gets down to 3rd and 2 at the 33. And this becomes a big down. You stop this, hold it to a field goal. You got some time left to be able to do something. Houston picks up the 1st down here. They very well could bring this down and close out the quarter with whatever time's left. The quarterback keeper, he's going around tight end side and hits it for about another 6 or 7 yards. So 1st down, easy 1st down for Houston on that one. There was nobody around the left-hand side except big number 66 for Houston leading the way. Really smartly designed play. Puts us down to about 3 minutes left in the half for Houston. Houston brings the clock down to about 12. The rush is pushing forward. Long pass. Incomplete in the end zone. Receiver didn't seem quite ready for that play. One of the Buffs defenders had a beeline on it, just didn't have enough room, as it was a bit of a dying throw into the end zone to be able to get over to pick that off, which could have been huge. 2nd and 10 again. Can't stress how important a stand here is going to be. 2nd and 10, a handoff immediately met in the backfield. Loss of a couple at least by big number 95, Thomas. Met him right as he took the ball. It's going to leave a 3rd down, 13, 14. Yeah, it looks like Houston may run this down. Try to get another pass before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 13. Maybe they're just trying to catch them off sides. They don't have to call another play. Got 9 seconds on the play clock. Looks like they're running it down to the 2-minute warning. So 2-minute warning, 3rd and 13 at the Colorado 29. Likely going to be clearly within the field goal range of Houston kicker. Buffs can hold them here. Perhaps they use, let's see, timeout. Not at least gives them the opportunity to get the ball back. Houston really extending that total yardage lead now with this drive up to 229 to 125 for the Buffs. So really, again, I think they punted. Let's check out the team stats and see how many times Houston has actually punted. Looks like 1 punt. That really nice punt, that 56-yarder. So holding Houston here going to be important. Like we won't get a punt out of it, but potential if field goal, 16-7. And it gives Colorado just under 2 minutes at that point, assuming that they take a timeout, if they can stop them on this next run, to be able to put something together after the kickoff. So that would require a good kick return, some smart clock management. There's a lot that needs to go our way for us to have an opportunity to get back in the game here in the first half. Yeah, from a stats perspective, I think everyone would agree Houston's really had their way. No different than how Delaware was moving the ball. Delaware had a bunch of turnovers, which were fortunate for the Buffs. Similar with Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech had 3 turnovers quick in the first half. Took advantage of 1. Otherwise, we didn't do anything with the other turnovers, and that's a big problem. When you have a more quality opponent like Houston, you don't get opportunities of turnovers very often, and you better turn them into points. And we're not there yet. So when we return, it's going to be 3rd and 13. Colorado 29. This would be a good time for the Buffs to put up a stand. Looking around the league, Indiana up 66-0, having their way against Indiana State. Syracuse similarly up 38-3. Oh, and they actually played the play before it came back from commercial. They had Colorado blitzed, and one reached his arm out and got the helmet of Wegman, face mask, everything. That should be a first down, clearly. Hmm. 2 fouls. Roughing the passer on the defense. Intentional grounding on the offense. Offsetting penalties. Whoa. That is Colorado calls an immediate timeout. So, best outcome, as we were talking about, that we needed. We needed the Buffs to be able to hold to a field goal at worst. Field goal units out there for Houston. And they needed to save some clock, which they did by taking the timeout. Minute 50 left. They'll get the ball back. Still not sure about that call 2 plays ago where the quarterback was getting his helmet ripped off. Happened to be able to get rid of the ball. And there was no receiver in the area. Almost made it up to the line of scrimmage. But clearly, the fact that his helmet was getting knocked off changed the trajectory of that ball. from Buff's perspective, we dodged a huge bullet right there, because that was not, should not have gone our way in most cases. So all right, lining up the field goal, 4th and 13. This is a 47-yarder. He's already been good from 52. Really nice, right down the middle. That'll put you at 16-7. Houston is up. 1:45 seconds left in the first half. And Colorado has a chance to, if they can get some points here, that is going to be huge. All right. Coming up at the half, I think some analysis on what's going on with the Buffs. Talked about one of the big games tomorrow is Tennessee Volunteers versus the Georgia Bulldogs. And that in itself is going to be a heck of a game, especially at Tennessee. Rush yards wise, Colorado's got 74. Houston already well over 100. Pass yards, 112 for Houston, 51 for the Buffs. Just talked to the yardage disparity, 229 to 125. So Houston outgaining the Buffs by over 100 yards on the ground, or on the ground total in through the air in the first half. Here's the kickoff. Doesn't make it. It's fielded at the 6, up the middle, and it's returned up to the 30, 31. However, there is a flag down. So we will have to see likely a block in the back by the Buffs, which is going to set them further back than starting at the 30. Holding Buffs. First down. So it's going to back them up maybe to the 20-yard line. Or even less than that. Looks like just outside the 10-yard line. So this is going to have to be a long, fast drive if we need to go 90 yards. Yeah, so it's at the 11. 89 yards. Staub steps up. Quick throw over the middle. That's not going to get us there when it's about a 4-yard pass. The second down. No real urgency on the Buff side, which is not the best. So we got 5 yards, 2nd and 5. Line up and ready to go. Clock still ticking. Staub goes back. Another throw to the outside. Going to leave 3rd and short, 3rd and 2. Up to the 20. So not only do we need to pick up the pace and pick up the chunks that we're going to be doing, but we also need to make sure that from a time perspective, we're keeping track of time. Most importantly, we need to get this 3rd down right here. 3rd down and 2. Staub goes back. He's getting some pressure, stepping up. He is running. He's pitching it forward. Whoa, a lateral pass. No, woo, that's a big gain. Inside Houston's 45. That is a nifty play that Staub running out of room, closing down on him, sees that number 4 is about 4 or 5 yards ahead of him, does a nifty shuttle pass, and ultimately gains about 40 yards on that. We've got Gina joining. Hello, Gina. Welcome. Where are you joining us from, Gene? But really neat play. Flips it against the grain, and fancy play with 44-yard, about 40-yard pickup all the way past midfield down to the 42, 43-yard line of Houston. So that is a big chunk play that we needed. That was Miller picking up some yards. Now we got getting some of those yards back. First down and 10. We got a bit of life coming back. These last two drives, doing some things different. The line is standing up. Where Staub is getting pressured, he is moving out of the pocket. He's creating things. That was a really, really nice decision for him. So here we go. We got first down and 10 at the Houston 44-yard line. Staub's back. He's got the ball. 3-man rush coming. He's rolling. Throws back across. Juggling catch by Welch. Welch is breaking it for probably another 20-plus yards. So another really nice play by Colorado. They lined up very, very quickly. 49 seconds, 48, 47. Line the ball up. Wow. So it is first down and 10 at the 19. That was a really nice gain. Here comes the rush. Staub throws it. Trying to get rid of it over by Welch. So it's going to be a nice incompletion. Second and 10. 35 seconds left. Needed to get rid of that ball. Everything collapsed on him all at once. And second down and 10, at least did not take a sack. 19-yard line. Still plenty of time to be able to push the ball down the field. Perhaps get a touchdown before they go in. That would be huge. Colorado yards, first quarter 45, second quarter 129. So clearly things a lot different in the second quarter. Staub on this drive, 4 for 5, 69 yards. Colorado takes a timeout, their final timeout. So not sure what led to that. Again, one of these kind of suspect things where we need timeouts. We only got 35 seconds left and we got 19 yards to go. That last timeout would have been big. But we do not have that at our disposal anymore. So second down and 10, 35 seconds. Ideal scenario clearly would be for us to get a touchdown here. Bring it in. Go in 2 down for I would say a half that I feel like Houston has outplayed us for most of it. If not on the last drive for that pass interference call when we were backed up on our 7, we wouldn't have driven down to get the score here. And this has actually been a well-engineered 2-minute drill that has been good. So here we go, second and 10. Looks like a 4 or 5-man rush by Houston. They drop one off, 4-man rush. They're coming around the corner. Staub steps up, and he is trucking to the end zone. He gets hit as he's crossing the goal line. The ball comes out, falls on the ground, but one of his linemen or a tight end jumps on top of it. And that is a touchdown. Staub selling out his body at the goal line. His helmet comes off. If he did fumble it, it bounced right to 85, the tight end for Colorado, and he fell on it in the end zone. So in theory, this should be, if that's considered a fumble, it should be a touchdown. If it's not, it does look like he passed the goal line. So they will review this. That was a huge, huge outcome for them. Staub had nothing. He was getting rushed. Stepped up, decided I'll take it myself. Ran it down to the goal line and very John Elway-esque. Got hit low, and as he was reaching for the goal line, gets hit in the back high. Ball, knows the ball, seems to be on the goal line when it comes down. regardless, they are lining up the extra point. It is now 13-16. Mata in, Mata out, 14-16. So that was a heck of a drive, led by Staub with that cheeky little shuttle pass, so to speak, that picked up some good yards. Throwing back across, Welch got involved, got a good 20-30 yards there. And then finally Staub decides, you know what, I'll keep it myself. And he runs it in the last 19 yards, takes a pounding at the goal line, gets the touchdown. 14-16. So back-to-back 85-yard TD drives to close out the half, which was really what we needed. So now that leaves 26 seconds for Houston to be able to do something with. Staub's up to 120 yards passing, 12 of 18. So he's at 67% passing. Price leads the running backs from Colorado, 49 yards. Miller, the receivers, with 54 yards. 213 total yards to 229. The kickoff is a bit short of the goal line. The Houston return man brings it out to about the 27. That's where Houston will start with about 20 seconds left. So they've got enough time, and I believe Houston still have two timeouts to be able to really press the field and be able to move the ball down. We got a question here: is defense or offense more important in football? That's a really good question. I think a lot of times they say defense wins championships, so I'd go with defense. Well, in this case, Houston decides they want to kneel on the ball and end the half. So no final play. Buffs go in down by 2, 14-16. I ask you that question, Emma. Do you think defense or offense is most important? Offense clearly are the ones that put most of the points on the board. Defense occasionally scores, but you got a really stout defense that doesn't allow the other team to move. There's a good chance that puts your offense in a really good spot the rest of the game. All right, we made it to halftime. Holy schmoly, Buff Nation! That was a tale of two quarters for sure. We had not the best first quarter, and now we have a really outstanding second quarter where we end up getting multiple touchdowns, 2 85-plus yard drives, both resulting in touchdowns to tighten this one up where it looked like Houston was having their way. Houston could do what they want, and now we're back to kind of as close to 0-0 as we can get. 16-14, one score game, and we will see which team shows up in the third quarter. Let's hope it's similar to the team that was in the second quarter. The defense was playing quite a bit better. They were stuffing the run, putting a lot more pressure on the quarterback on Wegman. Wegman is 50% right now, 7 or 14 for 112 yards, but he is Houston's leading rusher as well at 78 carries, 71 yards. So when he is getting pressured, he's finding openings and pushing that through. So Wegman clearly is the best player on the field right now for Houston, accounting for 183 of the 227 total yards by Houston. Clearly an important player. All right, let's take a peek here at the scoreboard around the league. Indiana still handing Indiana State the shutout. It's currently 8:31 left in the fourth. 66-0 Hoosiers. Looks like they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Syracuse, similarly, 7:45 left in the third, are up big 45-3 on Colgate. Colgate does have the ball. Colorado, Houston, we know the score. Halftime, K-State, Arizona are now underway as well. 9:09 left in the first quarter. Tied 0-0. And that game is being played in Arizona. So with that, we'll take a quick break for the half, and we will return here momentarily to work through the second half. Thanks for watching. All right, Buffs, we are back. We are back. Update to the K-State Arizona game. K-State has gone down and kicked a field goal. They are up 3-0 against Arizona. 7:42 left in the first. Getting back to the Buffs game, which is why we are here. Of course, the score is 14 Buffs, 16 Cougars. Really spirited second quarter, I would have to say, by the Buffs. A total turnaround from what they had in the first quarter, which was a challenge to say the best, to say the least. Ultimately ending the half 213 total yards to Houston's 227. So very, with those two long drives, two long scoring drives, that really evened up the total yardage. 10 first downs versus 11. Third down conversion is 50%, 4 of 8, which is definitely needed. Houston doing a little bit better at 5 out of 9, and the possession currently sits with Houston at almost 16 minutes, and the Buffs just a bit north of 14 minutes of total time here. From a passing perspective, 120 total yards, 12 of 18 stop. Again, most of that in 2 drives in the second quarter. Before that, he was relatively effective just for very short passes, and that were getting snuffed out by Houston quite easily from receiving. Omarion Miller has 54 yards. Leading all the receivers, and from a rushing standpoint, Simeon Price currently 49 yards with Staub at 33. Gives the Buffs 93 total rushing yards for the first half, average of 6.2 rush yards, with again Simeon Price really ripping off a 38-yarder, which was probably one of the longer rushes that Colorado has seen in some time. On the flip side, Connor Wegman, 7 or 14 for 112 yards for Houston. He is their leading rusher, as we mentioned a bunch of times. 8 carries, 71 yards, almost 9 yards per carry for Wegman. Beyond that, Dean Connors has touched the ball quite a few times, 7 times for 29 yards. The Cougars have now put up 115 total rushing yards, 112 receiving yards. So relatively even game, even matchup after we finally got the ball moving for a couple of drives. What's the score? I missed it. Personality, thanks for joining. Currently, it is Buffs 14, Houston 16. Houston was having its way early. The Buffs were not, but 2 85-plus yard scoring drives late in the second half have the Buffs within 2 at 14-16. That keeps you up to date on the Buffs here. Big game tomorrow, South Florida versus Miami. Going to be a great one, especially if South Florida can keep moving forward and beating these top-ranked opponents. It's going to be a hard one down at Miami's stadium. K-State, Arizona. It is still 3-0. Colgate, Syracuse. Colgate has managed to score in the third quarter here. It is now 45-10. Syracuse is up. And finally, Indiana is still pitching the shutout with just over 2 minutes left, 73-0 over Indiana State. So be interested actually to see that particular stat line, to see where we are with total yards and everything. Indiana has racked up 680 yards against the Indiana State Sycamores. Sycamores have 55 total yards, 4 first downs versus 33 first downs for Indiana. So as lopsided a game as you could possibly have 55 total yards to 680 total yards. Big day for Indiana against the in-state Indiana State Sycamores. All right, looking forward to next week and beyond. As we were saying, next week Colorado takes on a Wyoming team that we don't. It's our neighbor, but really don't talk about too much. Current stat line matchup predictor has Colorado with an 86% chance of winning that game. Wyoming 2-0, similar to teams early in the season that we're facing, like Houston. They have beat Akron 10-0. They've also won against Northern Iowa 31-7. They will take on the Buffs tomorrow. Wyoming takes on Utah, which is a common opponent of the Buffs. As we talked earlier, Colorado will play Utah in 3 or 4 weeks. So it will be interesting to see how Utah and Wyoming match up tomorrow. Give some insights into how best to play Utah as well as Wyoming in those upcoming games. So going to be an interesting matchup. They have a quarterback, Caden Anderson, who has thrown for 427 yards, and their leading running back is Sam Scott, who has rushed for 190 yards over 2 games. So not going to be an easy one. Always nice to be at home when we play that game at Folsom, and we will see how that ultimately turns out. I guess the expectation for the second half is that Staub will continue to play quarterback. We're not anticipating an additional change at quarterback. Boy, really interested in this Indiana State game to see if they're Indiana State able to move the ball. They have. They've actually moved the ball 18 yards on this last drive. Hoping they can actually break 100 total yards for the game against nearly 700 for Indiana, who again is just having their way with it. But Indiana State currently has the ball. There is 56 seconds left, and we're pulling for you, Sycamores. Just get 100. Get 100. Currently at 73 yards, so 18 yards more than just what we just looked at. Quick look into the Arizona versus K-State game. Arizona just scored a touchdown, so answers K-State's field goal with a touchdown. Always a better way to respond. So Arizona is currently up 7-3 against K-State. End of the fourth quarter. Indiana State versus Indiana game. It ends with Indiana State total yards 77. University of Indiana 680. So a bit of a butt kick in there for sure. Opening up the second half of the Houston Colorado game. Houston will receive the kickoff to start the second half, which I think will be important. It'll be important to have a first look and understand are the Buffs' halftime adjustments for their defense going to continue to stick? Like we talked about a little bit, they did step it up in the second half a little bit, and they were able to stop some of the momentum that Houston had, put some pressure on the quarterback for some errant throws, bottle up some of those runs up the middle a little bit, and force punt, which is important, certainly in a field position game, but for the first many number of possessions, Houston were unstoppable. They would just march down wherever they wanted to, and it wouldn't be until they became within field goal range that we would finally buckle down. So, looking forward to see who shows up from a second half perspective, from a defense standpoint. Yeah, so that is where we are currently and in the world of college football. What's on your mind, Buff Nation? Throw it in the chat. Let's hear what you're thinking. Uh, doesn't have to be Colorado football. Could be anything football. Could be anything hockey. It could be soccer. It could be American football. It could be British football. It could be Australian rules football, as we had guest star earlier. Could be Star Wars related. Whatever direction you want to go, I am game tonight, and we are happy to entertain that component through the rest of the second half here. Once we get back started. So, all right. Appreciate that one listener out there. That might be somebody that I know. If that individual would like to join as a special guest, you let me know. I'll send over the split screen for you, and you can hop on for a little bit. We did promise special guest tonight, so cool thing about this game, from a perspective of the commentators, you have actually Andre Ware calling the game, and for those Houston Cougar alums and folks of fans of college football, you know that Andre Ware won the Heisman Trophy in his time at Houston, threw for like a gazillion yards. And I think there was a stat in the first half that we were talking about other things, but essentially said that I think he set like 16 records that year or something like that. 26 records it might have been. So prolific quarterback for the University of Houston. Kind of neat to see him back calling the game. So here we go. We are ready for kickoff, the second half. Buffs are going right to left. Kickoff deep into the end zone, out of the end zone, and Houston will take the touchback to start the second half. Tale of two quarters, like we said. First quarter's Buff had 45 yards. Second quarter, they had 168 yards. On the flip side, first quarter for Houston, 183 yards. Second quarter, 44 yards. So total change in momentum in for both teams in that second quarter. So Wegman lines up in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 25. Got a man in motion, gets set. We got a quick. Oh, he was in trouble. It looked like he was going down, and he winged that out to his running back, who was wide open. Connors picked up about 9 on that play. Shouldn't have happened. Buffs had him running in from the corner, couldn't bring him down in the backfield, and he gets a pickup of 6 out of something that should have been a loss of 4 or 5. So 2nd down and 4, man in motion coming from by and swings it out to him. He's got the angle, gets pushed out of bounds 1 yard past the first down. So it does look like a good start to Houston. 2 plays, 11 yards, and a first down. Vickers couldn't close down the angle fast enough to hold them short of the line to gains. Houston playing with a bit of tempo, lines things up again. Buffs have 4 down, 3 down. Looks like they may be bringing some additional folks in. They get to the outside and they take down Connors for a gain of 1 at best, and that'll bring up, looks like a no gain, 2nd down and 10 from the Houston's 36. And that's the type of pursuit I think we haven't been seeing. We're starting to see more than just the down 4. So again, down 4, but the linebackers are stepping in. We've got some coming in on the corners. Houston's got it spread out 3 wide with a tight end and a running back. This is the time when the quarterback, he pulls the option, throws it back to Connors. Connors slips by a couple, ends up getting about 6 or 7. So that was a nifty little option. Wegman got rid of it, and Connors just juked the first guy there and ended up going for a gain of 7. So 3rd down and 3. These are the ones that we need to stop. We're still on Houston's side of the field, so getting a third down stop on this side of the field ultimately is going to lead to us getting the ball back. So low snap, Buffs are rushing in. Whoa. And it looks like he's going to come up about half a yard short, but Houston is rushing back to the line quickly. Looks like they may be lining it up to go for it. 4th down and 1. Fourth down and 1 out of the gun. Houston looks like they're trying to pull them off sides. Wegman stepping up, changing the play. Under center, he gets it and gets the first down on second effort. He was stuffed at the line for a loss of 1. And then he rolled off to the right-hand side a little bit around his big number 76 and pushes forward for the first down. We needed number 7 up on the for Colorado to be up closer to the line to really shut that down. But 4th down gamble by Houston pays off. They are continue the drive. It's 46, first down and 10 on the Houston 46. Here comes the rush up the middle, and there's number 5 releasing right across. So Houston has always got one person going right across the middle, and that player is generally pretty wide open. There is an injury on the play. Big number 66 looks to be in a bit of discomfort out there as the trainers get out to him. Mackenzie Agnello, 6'4", 314, junior from Coppers Cove, Texas. Not very comfortable right now as he's getting his legs looked at. His left knee. So let's hope this. Oh, that didn't feel good. Whatever just happened. So that doesn't look good. Not the best. So we will take a timeout there. 2nd down and 2 when we come back. Buffs had a shot there to shut it down, and gave it up. So again, let's hope this isn't again like the tale of 2 quarters where we keep flipping back and forth between good and bad. We are getting more pressure on the quarterback. The line is a defensive line seems to be acting a bit stronger, which is a key. But we need to keep that pressure up, and we also need to make sure that we get the good push, and we get our linebackers pushing in. We're getting killed on these outside running back screens where they're just popping out and catching the ball parallel to the quarterback, and then making one move on the one guy for the tackle. That becomes a miss, and they're already up 6-7 yards. So really important to have fundamental tackling, especially in those one-on-one situations, and ultimately, being able to shut down some of these 2nd and 3rd down plays. It's been a while that Houston's been in a 3rd down and long situation.
Hey, Boo.
Hi. You going to bed? You staying?
I'll stay for a couple minutes.
Wow. We got our zero fans out there that we are reporting to.
That's okay.
Yeah.
What do you got for snacks over there?
All kind. I got Mike and Ike's. I got chips. I got
You know,
licorice.
the sugar.
I got
No.
Cheez-Its.
Let me try it. What are the corn chips?
Doritos.
What are those?
Oh, these? Yeah. These are.
Oh, chili food. Good.
No, not going with that.
No, I'm all right. It's too late to eat anyway. I don't know what I was thinking. How'd you think? Is that good?
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, I meant the.
Oh. Yeah, seems okay right now.
We should sleep with them.
So far, so good. All right. So while we're on break, we know how the Indiana State game ended up. but I think still ongoing is the Syracuse Colgate game. Looks like Colgate has scored another touchdown in the third quarter, but Syracuse is still up big, 45-17.
Oh, good. Are they
Um,
almost done?
About 13 minutes left, so almost the full fourth quarter left. K-State, Arizona has made it to the end of the first quarter, 7-3. And we're back with Houston. First down and nope, second down and 2 on the Buff side of the ball, about the 46-yard line. A quick, nifty shuttle up the middle, and it looks like they pick up the first down. That shuttle is good for 3 or 4 yards in this case, or it's good for 25 or 30 yards in the case that the Buffs did it. Oh, so it is just short. 3rd and 1. Pumps through a hole, ends up getting about 4 or 5 yards. So that does give Houston a fresh set of downs. That was number 21. Who ended up going for about a 5-yard. That Stacy Sneed ran for a 5-yard gain. So here we are, first down and 10, Houston. Taking this opening kickoff, starting at their own 25. They are now down at the Buffs 40-yard line. Flag down on the play. It looks as though a false start on the offense. So we'll back that up. We'll call it 1st and 15 from the 45, and let's hope that the Buffs can shut this down. Another 10 yards, and they will be within the range of the Houston kicker, which he's already shown 52 yards, and I think a 47-yarder. So he's got plenty of distance. Actually, I think he's got 3 field goals currently. So here we go, 1st and 15, just under 10 minutes left in the third quarter. It is a handoff deep. Oh, really nice blocking by Houston, where Sneed just followed the blockers and he would be very careful, hesitant, and then patient in waiting for his blocker to take someone on, and then he would make his cut at that point. So you go from 1st and 15 to 2nd and 4, just like that. Really patient run by Sneed and Houston on that one. All right. Oh, bad snap over the top of his head. Wegman is throwing it away. Very, very smart play by him. Mishandled the ball. That could have gotten away from him, been not a good play there. Ultimately, as we had number 88 from Big Colorado, McNeil, chewing up some ground in front of him. He gets outside the hash, throws it for an incompletion as it passes the out of the tackle box and past the line of scrimmage. So a fair play there. It brings up a 3rd and 4 from the 34-yard line. So again, would be a good time to stop. Houston hands it off, and I think loses a yard. So that could be 4th and 5. But again, from the 35, we know that the Houston kicker has plenty of leg to hit a 50-plus yarder. So the offense is still sticking out there, staying out on the field, 4th and 4. And it looks like they're going to go for it. And they're going to keep the kicker on the sideline. So 4th down and 4, second 4th down of this drive, which has taken 6.5 minutes so far. And here comes the rush. And he's got a crosser. Thomas gets a first down. That's a good 10, 12 yards on that. He's crossing in the middle. Just a nice pass. The Wegman just stood in there on that. Wasn't a full blitz, but Colorado really had some nice pressure on him. And man, that's 2 4th down pickups in this drive alone. So now it is 1st down and 10 at the Colorado 23. Wegman goes back, and Wegman goes. Ooh, is there going to be a flag on the play? Hands to the face on the quarterback. He's He is eaten up. It looks like that could be intentional grounding. Yeah, he didn't get out before he threw it. Second intentional grounding. In that case, the first one was kind of suspect. Colorado should not have got an offsetting call, but he threw it from a standing position inside the pocket. So that's a loss of down and loss of yards. So 1st and 10 from the 23. Now they are at 2nd down and 20 from the 33. So it's a quick handoff. No, it's a keeper around the corner. Wegman trips after about 4 or 5 yards. Could have got a lot more there. Looks like the turf monster got in his way, and he tripped over the turf monster. Always gets you if you're not looking for it. Brings up a long 3rd down. Oh boy, it's been a long time since we've had a long 3rd down. How are we going to respond to this? 3rd down and 14 from the 27, the Buffs 27-yard line. So the Buffs have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys up, and they are coming. 28's free. Throw to the sideline down to the 18. Looks like a catch to the 18, but that's going to bring up 4th down. It's going to be a couple yards short. Let's see for sure if he is in and gets his feet down. I don't know that he does. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's 4th down. And they were able to advance the ball. Still 4th and 5. They're able to advance the ball from where they were back on the 4th down and 4. And this time they do put in their kicker, who at this point is 3 for 3. Expectation would be he will be 4 for 4 from a 35-yarder. So that is true. It is through. It is 19-14. That drive took over 8.5 minutes and resulted in a field goal. So currently, the big Houston kicker is doing the damage so far with 12 of the 19 points. 13 of the 19 points if you give him the extra point. So Houston up 19-14 with about 6.5 minutes left in the first half. So when they come back, the Buffs will touch the ball for the first time in the second half, and we shall see who comes. Is it second quarter Buffs, or is it going to be first quarter Buffs? Houston's up to a total of 289 yards, so a relatively good drive for them. Took a lot of time off the clock, that's for sure. Unfortunately for them, they only walked away with 3 points. Fortunate for the Buffs, again, tricky trying to contain them. See where we are around the horn again. It looks like Syracuse scores again. They are up 52-17 on Colgate. Their quarterback, Angeli, who is a transfer from Notre Dame, 23 of 31, 382 yards and 5 touchdowns. So pretty darn good night for Angeli. Kansas State, Arizona, for those of you who are interested in that game, it is still 7-3 Arizona with about 10.5 minutes left in the second quarter for this game. Let's see who actually has the ball. Oh, it's not going to give us who has the ball. So it's a mystery who has the ball in that particular game. And that's what would... Yeah, Coop, I will pop you in. Let me get the live link here real quick. Bam. 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 There you are, my bud. On its way. All right. So the best outcome that we can expect for this third quarter, and again, half the quarter is already over at this point, is going to be a continuation of the second quarter. Not only do we have our we now have our second guest. Oh, and we got the other buff brother here who's joining.
Oh yeah.
Welcome.
Get the drinks out.
Yeah, can't have those. Can't have. Dude,
Welcome.
what's up?
Oh, you're missing out. We've been sponsored by all kinds of things. We've been sponsored by corn chips that are chili flavored that will remain unnamed and stuff like
Nice.
that.
We're just drinking a beverage, or Dad's drinking a beverage from Wisconsin that you
Yeah.
can only buy in Wisconsin. That's so
Yeah, I'm gonna let you sit on camera for a minute.
Okay. Well, how's the game been? How's the game been?
Oh, it's been outside of this like a 5-6 minute stretch in the second quarter. The Buffs have been they've had a rough go. Like
Yeah,
it's similar to
so-
Delaware last week. Like we can't stop anything. I mean, Houston picked up 2 fourth downs on that drive.
Wow.
4th and 1 and a 4th and 4.
Well, I saw
Ki-
the play of Staub running in and going airborne in the touchdown.
Yeah, it was like a very John Elway getting crashed on the line. It looks all right. So the kickoff is actually out of bounds. So the Buffs will be 1st and 10 at the 35.
Oh, we're ahead of you. We are very much ahead of you.
Oh,
We
come
just got
on
the
now.
first play of the
Oh, well, tell us what happened.
Staub drops back. He's on the run, and ball gets deflected.
Ugh, come on now.
Incomplete.
We cannot have a repeat of the first quarter. The first quarter, I think we had 40 total yards, something like that, and then like
I saw
160.
we saw on a TV in a restaurant that we had 3 rushing yards to their 90 in the second quarter.
It was super stellar.
Mm-hmm.
Here is the stat of the day that I keep going back to, and I love this. For a game that actually finished, Indiana versus Indiana State. Now, Indiana won the game 73-0.
Oh,
Indiana had 680
Oh.
total yards, and Indiana
Wow.
State had 72.
Well, CU just went 3 and out,
Come on
and
now.
there was a good play. He would have got his hands.
Oh, yep, seeing it right here.
It was a
coming
good
across.
ball right in
Oh,
his
and he would have been
hands,
off and running too.
Yeah, he would have had a couple extra yards.
Yeah. Well, not the best start in the third quarter. I mean, Houston had the ball for over 8.5 minutes on that drive that they got 3 points, and we now have had the ball for less than 45 seconds, and we're giving it back to them.
Yep, punt is called a fair catch at the Houston about 25.
Excellent. Well, I
Yeah.
think you'll see pretty quickly that the quarterback has killed us. I mean, the quarterback is responsible for.
So it's basically Georgia Tech week 1 all over again.
It is. I mean, he has 150 yards passing and 67 yards rushing. So 217 out of the 289 yards have come from him.
From the quarterback alone.
Yeah. That's excellent. I had some really stellar factoids a little while ago, but now I'm out of them. Which is really what happens when you're trying to entertain yourself for a little while. How was the drive up to the mountains?
Well, seeing as we had to about 10 20 minutes in the drive, we noticed tire pressure was low and there was a nail in the tire. We had to wait about an hour and get that changed.
It's a good start.
Before we got there, and I mean, I slept most of the car ride, and so I don't know how it was. I'm hearing it was good. It was
That's
rained a
good.
little, and it is currently Oktoberfest in Vale, so we
Ooh.
just went and walked around a little bit, and then it started pouring rain, so we had to get back. But yeah.
Well, we did expand our international viewership. We had a viewer from
Oh, who'd we get?
Ukraine who was
Ukraine?
interested
Mm.
in talking about some events happening in the Ukraine that we had dodged quite a few
Yeah, I
times.
see it. I see it.
Otherwise, how was school this week? Good.
It's fine. I see
It's
Ryan's
school.
asking where's Greg?
My voice is just finally coming back.
We got
So I'm trying not to talk and kill it again.
we got a text from Ryan earlier saying Greg's not on the podcast. Tragedy struck. So
It
I guess
is.
the fans were missing Greg.
It has been.
Yes.
Well, you haven't missed very much. Like again, two 85-yard touchdown drives within like 6-7 minutes. That's essentially been the
I know.
entire game.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Well, so it sounds like their defense has been pretty superior to ours.
It has. I think one of the facts going into the game is that their defense had allowed 9 points through the first two games.
Yeah, wow.
So they are doing all right.
That's a stat.
The those two scoring drives by the Buffs, they actually were getting creative. They did some good stuff, and then they went back to what wasn't working for them in that last drive.
Oh wow, I see some scores. South Lake Carroll beat
High school.
Oh, this is high. Is it? Oh yeah, Texas high schools. Never mind. This is not college.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch that now.
Well, there's Syracuse Colgate game is ongoing. It's currently
I
52 to
saw.
24. Syracuse up on Colgate.
Well,
Arizona's up on
that's.
K State 10-3.
Oh, they just went up because when we looked, it was 3-7. So, or they just went up three more, so they just got a field goal.
Um,
Good stuff.
I was hoping the Frassati Catholic would pull out the win tonight in high school football, but they did not.
Hmm.
All right, this would be a good drive for us to actually stuff them, but I suspect that each play Houston goes is going to go for a good 7 or 8 yards. First down. First down for those of you on the East Coast who are behind those
Oh, he
in the Middle
runs,
Coast.
pitches it to the outside, and he runs for about 15 yards.
That seems about right.
Gain of 13, yeah.
Even when we have them in a third and long situation, which hasn't been often, we give up 10, 12 yards on that third down.
Yeah. It's just our
Yeah, this
defense
option
is.
play, we have no one on the outside for the option play.
Oh, QB drops back. He's got so much time. Oh, holding in the pocket, 95, and he makes that catch because he's wide open.
Did they
There
throw a
was
flag at least?
holding. Nope.
No,
Oh
get a
yeah.
freebie.
Oh, that's a horse collar right there. He was holding 95 completely.
That guy has been open. Number 5 and number 0 have been the big receivers for Houston all day.
They run it and get about 1 yard, so it's good. It seems like we're stopping their run game a little bit more.
Yeah, they were running free in the first quarter, and then they started containing it a lot more. They started rushing more than just 4. It could be 5, 6, 7.
Throwing.
What they can't contain is those little end arounds because then someone seals off the end and it's just a free lane.
Yeah. Oh, deep ball. Oh, going for the end zone.
Oh,
And they're going to throw pass interference.
That is BS.
Chris.
You can't call PI when your feet get tangled up.
I'm assuming there's a penalty flag on that play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pass interference can
Is
be.
he ahead?
No,
He's behind.
he's behind.
Really? I
Oh
would
yeah,
challenge
yeah.
it.
I
That
would
was the same
too.
guy. That was the same guy back in the first quarter who
I
he
would
didn't
not
actually
call
even try to turn
PI.
around in that
Oh,
play.
he tripped. That's
That
not
should be
PI. He tripped.
Dude, and it was the receiver that tripped first.
Hmm. It's gonna make it easier for him. Well, you know what? At best, we can hope that we can hold him to a field goal.
Wow. Can they challenge him?
Hopefully. Yeah. You can challenge.
He
They
got
can
around
challenge
on
just about
that.
anything.
That shouldn't have been a penalty.
No.
No.
Tripped completely.
Garbage call.
Well, it looks like currently we second half have held their quarterback to a good standard. He's got about 60 yards. Oh, and the run gets. Oh, I thought he dropped the ball. Run gets about 8 yards.
Of course it does.
Oh yeah, there's. Oh, that's him holding on 92.
Yeah,
59 was tugging on his jersey.
Podcast if you're 3 minutes ahead of when we talk.
Don't call me.
Can't talk about it together.
Oh man.
So that
Yeah,
always
yeah.
happens.
Like they gouge us on every running play. Although number 44, Connors, that dude, like when he's running upright, he looks like Forrest Gump with the stature that Forrest Gump has running.
Well, they just got the first down with the run, about 2 yards. So
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. We're gonna hold them to a field goal.
they better.
Yeah.
Oh, and they didn't get it, and they just hit a QB sneak, and they got it. They got stopped short on the run, but QB sneak gets them to it.
Yeah, I think that's like the third or fourth time they've done that. What do you guys got lined up for the weekend? Anything fun?
Just, I think we're just chilling and gonna enjoy Oktoberfest a little bit.
Yeah.
Just enjoy Vale Village and Vale and everything.
Weather's supposed to be good. Or are you gonna get more rain?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a little colder.
gonna feel-
44 gets around to the outside and gets a block from the QB and touchdown.
He was running.
Oh, and 44 is hurt after diving to the pylon, and everybody is waving over medical attention.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm just
Oh,
seeing
he
it
just
now.
drove his head into the ground to get it to the pylon.
God, wow, he didn't even move.
I think he's done.
Oh yeah, he was out cold.
Boom.
Oh yeah,
Head right into the turf.
he's just out.
Yeah.
I think he definitely got knocked out. He's 19. Oh wait, no, 19.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's out cold.
That bites. Like
I hear he's up from
really
the
good.
officials.
He's been playing pretty good for him.
I just heard from an official he's up, but they're running replays to see if it's a touchdown.
Oh yeah, he's down.
It does not look like it's a touchdown. Ball is not across.
Inches.
It will be about inches away. Oh, he's up. Up, he's moving to the sidelines. They're reviewing the play to see if it's a touchdown.
Did that pylon go into his helmet? How did it all happen? Like his head didn't
I don't
smash
know.
the
I
ground.
think he just hit his head on the ground like bad. Yeah, they're
Man,
saying about
that
6 inches
dude's
short of the pylon.
that dude's eating our lunch today.
Officials are reviewing. Looks like The running back is doing okay. He's on the sidelines talking. And
Go past concussion protocol.
Yeah.
But he should have to go have a doctor check him for a concussion after that, because I bet next offensive series he will be right back.
Yeah, you don't want to mess around with that. It was a good
ruling on the
play. I mean, he
field
started out one way
was
and then saw there was nothing
overturned.
there, and then he went the other way.
Ruling was overturned. It says they're about 6 inches short of the goal.
Oh, well, there's only been like 3 plays that they haven't gotten 6 inches on. So
How in the world are you going to let him back in the game when he went out cold for a second?
Yeah, he went.
there's a good chance they'll sneak this in.
Probably. Yeah, they're probably just gonna QE sneak this right here. Yeah, looks like it. Yep, and they get in for the touchdown.
Shocker.
Huh.
Wow. So that gives them
A 11-point lead or 12-point lead.
more than 100 yards just in this quarter, and the Buffs have like 4.
Hey man, we might have 6. We got 2 the last drive. We got 2. And
Yeah,
we
we
had
need
3
it.
drop balls.
We need something here for sure.
92, that's a weird kicker number.
Oh, another day that we can't stop anything.
And extra point is good. So they go up 12.
That could be big if this next this next possession, like if we can't move the ball, then we might as well just give it away.
Might as well just go hand it to him.
Yeah, just hand the ball over to him, pack it up, get on the bus.
Yeah.
Why is it their celebration?
Probably.
Wow, we've had 50 seconds with
50 seconds with the ball.
2 yards.
And we have 2 yards. Yep.
Yeah, no kidding.
Compared to their 124 and 12 minutes 50 seconds. So they have 12 more minutes of possession than us.
Oh, they've crushed it this quarter. Yeah, again, it's the tale of 2 quarters, and it's similar. Well, this is even worse than the first quarter.
This
2
looks
yards.
like about last year. This looks like about every game last year where we dig a grave too deep and just can't come back from it on the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I have
that
to say they
was
haven't turned the ball over, which is important, but they just keep
good.
going 3 and out.
Yeah, well, yeah, it definitely looks a lot like last year where every game it was the other team goes up by about 10 or 14 and we just cannot come back from it. Oh. He had a good hole. Georgia, Tennessee, and Florida LSU tomorrow. 3 good games.
Minute and 16 seconds. Let's see some magic.
Let's see some Buffs magic. Staub drops back. He needs to get rid of the ball and get sacked.
Nice.
He had about 5 seconds in the pocket there and got sacked. Let's look. There, number 5. Number 5's open. Number 5 right on the sidelines wide.
If I were a receiver going back to the huddle, I'd be like, you could have thrown it to any one of us. We would have.
Right there, yeah.
We would have caught it.
Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah, like you just gotta get rid of that. I have to say there was one play where the Houston quarterback went back and he got essentially his helmet taken off,
Oh
and
my
he
god.
Oh, and Staub gets a gain of 1, just about.
oh no.
Yes. Gotta get rid of it. Gotta get rid of it, Staub.
Gotta pick the blitz up.
We're right there. 26.
Every play, there's an outlet. He's not chasing the outlet.
Well, I the pocket is collapsing like every single play. There's too much pressure from Houston.
Well, there's been a couple. I mean, there was one play. The first play of the drive, he had 5 or 6 seconds, and he had about 3 wide open receivers.
That's a big boy coming in there, Allen Jr.
Yeah.
To the end of the third quarter. It is not looking the best, although we did hang on to the ball for a minute and
That's Jerry
14
Jones.
seconds there.
That's what we're getting, Mom. 5.17.
Yeah.
I want the blue one. I'm gonna start looking at cases.
All right, let us look at something not Colorado right now and see where we landed. Syracuse still up big 66-24 now on Colgate. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Would have been a stellar game to go and see.
Tell you, I've been hoarse.
Kansas State losing to Arizona 10-3. And I still love this stat from the Indiana Hoosiers, Indiana State Sycamores. Indiana Hoosiers gained 680 yards, and the Indiana State Sycamores total for the game gained 77.
Wow.
Hey, that's looking a little bit like CU right now.
680 to 77.
6, 7.
Yeah.
7.
6, 7.
All right, Coop. If you're calling games tomorrow, who you got in Incarnate World versus UTSA?
I'll go back to UTSA when they played Texas A&M and got.
Come on, they were 0-2. Incarnate World at least has a win already.
I'm still gonna go with whatever USA. I went with
All
them
right,
in
all right. I'll
Texas
hold you
A&M,
to
and
it.
they
What
got
about
whooped like 50.
Merrimack versus Kennesaw State?
I'll go back to Kennesaw State too.
Oh, Sam Walker's back. What's up, guys? Hey, Sam Walker.
Oh,
Welcome.
Sam Walker.
We are holding our breath that Colorado can actually hold the ball here in the second half.
Actively watching the K-State Arizona game, keeping an ear on the Buffs.
Well, the Buffs so far have been hot and cold. Cold in the first quarter, hot in the second quarter, freezing cold in the third quarter, and now we're hoping for the best in the fourth. Not, I K-State, Arizona. I would like Arizona to see if Arizona could actually win that game. K-State, that would drop them to 1-3 on the year, which would be a hard start for K-State, especially with such a good year that they had last year. But we shall see. Outside of holding the ball, I think Colorado had the ball for 2 minutes in the entire third quarter, and Houston had it for the remaining 13, and really just ran at will. wherever they wanted to go. So more of the same from the Buffs defense, where we can't stop the run, and
And
either
Staub
these.
just threw an interception.
No.
Sounds like, yeah, his arm got hit as he threw it, and ball was a little high for the receiver.
Oh, come on now. All right, here's the play.
Yeah.
Here's the play for us on the right-hand coast. Yeah, that wasn't such a good throw. So that's going to leave Houston 1st and 10, Colorado 35.
Yeah.
And set them up for another touchdown.
That won't be good, even if they can hope to hold
Well,
them.
he had that receiver open. He got hit, and the ball didn't go where it was intended.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best day. He's now 12 of 21. 12, no, they still got him 12 of 20, 120 yards.
And 44 is back in the game. Just took another hit on his head and gets snuffed at looks like at the line of scrimmage.
Second down and long. This would be although this is what, at the 35-yard line.
Wait,
I was just saying this is a 35-yard line, and this is, I mean, the Houston kicker has already kicked 4 field goals. 52-yarders, one of them, and he had plenty of range on that. So even if they
the QB kept it and got about 3, so it is third and 7.
down. Praying that the Aggies will pull an upset over the Irish. I'd like to see the Irish lose as well. I think last year's game was closed down in College Station, but we shall see which team shows up. It would be nice for the Aggies to pull one, kind of the home and home away team wins.
They put 4 in motion. He comes back. And get him! Oh, come on! And he throws it away. That would have been a sack. And no, their kicker made a 57 earlier.
If they would sack him right there, would have taken him out of field goal range.
Yeah, this guy's got plenty of leg for a 52-yarder. What is this? This is going to be 48
yarder or more. He was back at the 44-yard line. It would have been 61 yards.
Oh, see, that's like the third time that dude slipped away like that, where he's been in the grasp, and it would be like a 10-yard loss, and we just don't tackle. Oh, Mr. Terrell Owens standing on the sidelines looking in disgust.
Kick is missed. Shanked it way left.
I think we just need to go for the home run ball, right?
23-13. All right,
there's a
23-13
flag.
score.
There's a flag holding.
Against you, though. That's against them.
Yeah, I'm with you, Sam Walker. Anytime we can have Notre Dame lose. Wow, that's huge. All right, so the 50-yard attempt is missed. What is
No
the marker?
good field
Have they
goal.
decided
Okay.
yet?
It was holding on the offense. They do.
So can you decline that and just take the
Yeah,
ball
they
on the
did.
spot?
They did decline it, but it's just a no good field goal.
Yeah. All right. So that's a good break that we need. Now we actually need to move the ball. For those of you tuning in on the Arizona K-State game, Arizona is now up 17-3. 3:29 left in the second. That is a good outcome if you don't enjoy K-State. Although I remember 2 things about K-State. I remember going to a K-State game. I remember throwing a football with Brent Muskerberger for about 15 minutes. So Brent, if you are one viewer right now, I remember that time that we played pass back and forth. It was cold. And the second thing I remember about that game is we needed to win that game to go to the Aloha Bowl. And we got on the bus without a ticket to the Aloha Bowl. So Manhattan, Kansas didn't treat us right. We took a taxi home.
We have the beer stein.
Look at that big old beer stein. Look at that. Love it. That is
Yeah.
excellent. Yeah, my other story about Manhattan, Kansas is we went out to dinner with a bunch of donors on the Colorado side. We took a cab back around midnight to the hotel. We got a flat tire, and it
Oof.
was myself and an army veteran and someone else, and no one knew how to change the tire. So the woman taxi driver got out and schooled us all on putting the tire on. So it wasn't the best moment.
Not your proudest.
No, not the best. Not the best. All right, so that gives Colorado a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
I love those golden retrievers.
Oh, they were so freaking cute.
It just fits. They were meaners.
They were so cute. They were like, what?
Who you got for New Mexico, UCLA?
I got UCLA.
They're terrible this year.
Are they really?
Excellent.
bad?
Excellent. Sam Walker, thank you for the update. Yes, we saw it 17-3. We are all about Arizona taking out K-State.
Yeah.
UCLA paid a bunch of nil money to get the Tennessee quarterback who essentially ran himself out of Tennessee last year. And UCLA is now 0-2 to start the year, so they are not doing well.
Mm.
They have
Well-
lost to both Utah 43-10 and UNLV 30-23.
Well, this game is not looking very, very bright for us right now.
Tis not.
It seems like they're just outplaying us in every aspect of the game.
Oh, their defense has been dominating us outside of just those two drives.
Stop.
We
And
got-
85, the tight end drops it.
No.
Wide open, he dropped it.
Yeah, that's the stuff that we can't be doing right now is dropping balls for no reason. Dude was Johnny on the spot for that touchdown that Staub got that he got
Drops
his
back, he goes deep, and it is dropped. That's some pass interference right there.
Nope. He dropped it. Had it in his hand.
Okay, yeah, no, never mind. Yep, he dropped it again. In his hands. Staub is giving good throws in his hands, and he had it and dropped it.
Oh my goodness.
That would have been about a 25-yard gain, 30 yards.
Oh yeah, that was a really nice throw. There's
Yeah,
no
kid, that's
reason
what
for him.
Todd was talking about with 687 yards to 77.
Oh, yeah, you're
Staub's back. He goes and throws
Are
another
you
pick.
serious?
He throws another pick.
No.
Oh no, it was incomplete.
Who was he throwing that to?
Yeah, he was throwing to nobody.
Wow.
And
So
number
again,
20
another.
Oh, his hand is backwards. Oh, he looked like he just broke his wrist. His hand was a little back. Oh, 2 players of Houston are down on the play.
Oh, wow. Oh my God, yeah,
His hand is broken. His wrist is just snapped.
His wrist is dislocated.
Oh, that's not good.
No, his wrist. His wrist looks a little
He can't
backwards.
move it, it's all-
It's literally cranked like that.
Yeah, because
Oh. Wow. So
He's looking a little woozy.
those two dudes like ran into each other.
Yeah, they both went for the ball and almost picked it off. Touchdown, New Mexico already. Sam Walker's keeping us updated.
All right, that's what we like to see. New Mexico up on Euclid's. All right, so 3
Yeah.
straight passes. We burned like a quarter of a second, and now we get to pump the
Well-
ball back.
Seeing as we have 0 yards in the third quarter and 0 yards in the fourth quarter, this does not look very good.
Yeah. Well,
We have about 200 yards in the first 2 and 0 in the last 2.
second
Oh,
half.
and he just
Really?
tackle him. Real.
Really?
Real. That was about 5 missed tackles in a row.
Oh boy. Well, they really made some nice adjustments going into halftime. The Buffs did. They went from gaining yards to making sure that they didn't gain any more yards, which isn't
Kyla, you want
helpful.
to talk on here for a little bit? I want to grab something.
Man, I don't know anything about Colorado football.
Oh, come on. You can just drop any knowledge at all. It doesn't have to be anything.
Any knowledge?
The knowledge that Aunt Gina dropped last week was that number 4 fell down. So if you can get better than that.
Well, he could probably talk knowledge about some Wisconsin football. But
Well, Wisconsin's got a big game tomorrow against Alabama.
yeah, and apparently, Kyla, who are they playing the next couple weeks? Well, Bama, and then didn't you say,
Hardest schedule in the country.
did you say they had like 2 or 3 other more difficult opponents these next couple weeks? And you said like what, Tennessee?
No,
Oh, I said Tennessee.
it's all Big Ten games, but the Big Ten's jacked.
Let's see who they got.
Bama, Maryland, Michigan, Iowa, Ohio State, Oregon, Washington,
Wow.
Indiana,
that's-
Illinois.
It's a cakewalk.
Sure.
You know who I do not see on there? I don't see Incarnate World or UTSA.
They already played MTSU in Miami, Ohio. Got their 2 cakewalks out of the way and barely beat them.
If they were going to schedule some teams, Kylo, they would throw Kennesaw State or Merrimack on there. But
They're probably scared of Kennesaw State. They're really bad.
yeah, clearly. What are you doing? Throw a Prairie View A&M on there.
Well, Todd, I might have to pop out because my phone is at 10% and it is overheating in my hand. I can feel
Hey.
it getting very, very hot.
Pop out, sir. Appreciate you joining. I'll close it
Yeah.
down.
All right. Well, hopefully the Buffs can pull out a win here, maybe. Dad, do you want to say bye to your brother real quick?
Well, Uncle Todd, I would talk more, but I am just now getting my voice back after the last 2 weeks and that cold I had, so I'm trying not to kill my voice again.
Hey, smart play. We'll catch up next week.
We will. We will absolutely.
All right.
Just,
You guys
I
have
don't
fun in
know.
Vail.
Who do we play next week?
Wyoming.
Wyoming. All right. Well,
We play Yomi.
we'll catch up in Wyoming and hopefully we can pull out 2 more wins here. So,
Yeah, will do. You guys have a good time this weekend.
yeah, you guys as well have a good weekend and hopefully the Buffs can do something here.
We shall check it. Thanks for checking in. We'll
shall
talk to you
see.
later.
Yeah, all right, see ya.
All right, see ya. Who y'all got? USF, Miami tomorrow night. I think USF seems as though they've been playing quite well. Although they're going to be at Miami. Miami had clearly a big hype game for Notre Dame. They pulled that out. I like their quarterback. Anytime you can get a Georgia transfer to your team, so I'd have to say I suspect that Miami would win. I wouldn't be surprised if USF. Oh, it's not USF. It's yeah, South Florida. If they can pull it off, that would be a really amazing start to their season. So fingers crossed for them. I just think it's going to be a difficult game. I don't know. Who do you got? Who are you thinking? For those of you who are finished watching the Syracuse game, 66-24. So a nice showing for Syracuse. Their quarterback Angeli, 24-32 for 417 and 5. Houston's going deep. Receiver totally beat our cornerback. Vickers, bursting goal. That was a huge play. 54 yards. first down goal. Like this is just how like he just blew right by him. This is how Colorado's day is gone. And you suspect here it's going to be dropping a couple plays, getting another touchdown. Yeah, there they go, up 32. They're just a run on the quarterback keeper up the middle. So now 32-14, pending the extra point. Connor Wegman is accounted for 92, 301 of the 414 total yards by himself. Just having an outstanding performance against Buffs. They have no answer for him. Wide receivers for Houston, number 5 and number 0 specifically. Those guys have eaten our lunch all day today, and that makes it really difficult for us to stop them. Just no answer to anything that Houston's been doing. So 33-14. Miami outside of injuries should be a close one though. Yeah, agreed. I think uh, anytime you have those intrastate rivalries, and you got teams that are both playing well, you're gonna have a heck of a ball game tomorrow. So yeah, I would like to see USF take it. Miami, I think, just may have too much for them. 33-14 with 11:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Connor Weigman is he's just tearing us up for sure. And not the best showing for the Buffs so far. So almost double the amount of time possession wise for Houston, 31 minutes 22 seconds to 16, just shy of 17 minutes for the Buffs. And I think what's killing the Buffs is you get those 3 and outs. They're very quick on 3 pass plays, and we've bled 15 seconds off the clock, and then we kick it and we turn it over. Lots of missed tackles tonight. Lots of dropped balls, which give us potentially some options for continuing to move the ball. 2 drop balls just in the last drive alone that, in theory, would have kept things moving forward. Not that it matters at this point, where we can't actually stop Houston from moving the ball at all. Maybe we'll gain some yards here in the fourth quarter. We're going to be optimistic, and we're going to see that we can get some yards and not be at 0. So Staub goes back. First completion, gets about 4 yards to Taylor. That's going to be 2nd and 6. So the Buffs are lining it up quickly. They know, hey, listen, we're down 19 points. We need to move this sucker a little bit faster. So 2nd and 6 on the 24. Staub goes up to, is that Taylor? Taylor pushes through, gets about 8 yards there. First down and 10. Look at that. We are moving the ball. Back up, spots it quickly. Maybe this is what we needed all along. Another quick out. Number 5, Williams, gets about 7, 8. Deion's not happy after. That's for sure. I 100% agree with you. Like he outside of those 2 drives in the second quarter that were both 85 yards in length or more for their 2 touchdowns, Colorado really hasn't done very much. This has not been well, from an offensive perspective. They've seen some flashes. From a defensive perspective, they've just been gouged play after play when we're getting hit for 7 yards, when the quarterback is doing quarterback sneaks. I think he is their Connor Wegman's their leading rusher, 15 carries, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, the dude's, what is that, 6? Yeah, over 6 yards a carry. And it seems like that matters every time when they need something. He either has a quarterback rollout, he has a quarterback sneak up the middle. We just haven't been able to stop anything. Staub stepping up. Another drop ball. Another drop ball to number 4. Would have been a first down on 3rd and 4. So that leaves 4th and 4. And clearly a must-go situation for Colorado. But that's another drop ball, which I'm not exactly sure how we keep dropping them. That one seemed pretty easy. Yeah, Dion not going to be happy. Incomplete. Oh, and it looks like it is an incompletion for 4th down and 4. Staub on the run, running for his life. He throws it forward to 29 as he's getting taken down, and Houston takes over on downs. So here we go. Here we go. Taken down on downs. It's going to be 1st and 10, Houston, Colorado 38. So that's the second time in a row that we've given them a short field. Last time it started on 35. This time starts on the 38-yard line. And when you have a team that is moving the ball like Houston as efficiently, make them work for it a little bit, but we're not even making them do that. I think we are we're giving them some gifts, although they are truly crushing us on most aspects of this game right now. So we will. Here's my prediction: potentially see a new quarterback next time Colorado gets the ball. Is it going to be Caden Salter? Is it going to be the young guy, Lewis? Or are we going to stick with Staub? I don't know. Halftime in the Arizona K-State game, 17-3. Arizona is up on K-State. In the closing minutes of the first quarter, New Mexico is up on UCLA 7-0, which is fabulous as well. In looking at change of gear here and looking at the schedule of NFL for anyone interested in the NFL this weekend, who do we got matched up here? Washington Green Bay game last night was a great showing for Green Bay. We have Jacksonville at Cincinnati. That one will be interesting for Colorado fans, knowing that that Travis Hunter ended up on the Jags for sure, and the Jags actually seemed reasonable last week. Trevor Lawrence had a good game. We got the G-Men versus Dallas, Chicago at Detroit, LA at Tennessee, Pats at the Finns, San Fran, New Orleans, Buffalo at the Jets. Always a fun one to watch. Seattle, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Baltimore, which is always the battle, the new versus the old Browns. Denver at Indianapolis. That one should be interesting. My hope, being a Denver fan, is that we do not go to Indianapolis and throw some skunks. I remember as a kid trick-or-treating on Monday nights, and occasionally one I remember vividly, we were playing in Indianapolis, and every couple doors we would ask if the score had changed, and Indianapolis continued to stretch the lead each time that we spoke. So they certainly have our numbers sometimes. Carolina, Arizona, Philly, KC. That'll be a heck of a great game. Atlanta, Minnesota, and then the Monday night matchups are both Tampa, Houston, and LA, Vegas. Cowboys gonna pound the Giants. I think that's the case. I don't know that the Giants actually have a quarterback. Certainly Russell Wilson is not the answer. We'll see if they put the young kid in and go from there. But yeah, I think that I agree with you. I think the Cowboys are gonna walk on New York. Always fun to watch the other Buffalo or the other New York matchups, Buffalo versus New York. I've never been a big fan of the Jets, although I did like certain players on the Jets when Curtis Martin and others were there. but Buffalo seems to be doing all right for them to come back and win that game on Sunday night, Monday, whatever the day was. We actually went to a restaurant today, and the gentleman who sat us said he was one of those fans who left the game before the game was over. So he wasn't so pleased about that. So yeah, good slate of games for any of you who are English football fans. Some good games this weekend in lined up across all kinds of different leagues. When you look at the Premier League, you've got Liverpool on top as they have been the last couple of years. Chelsea second, Arsenal third, tied with Tottenham, Everton, Sunderland. It's got to go down to ninth to even find the first sign of Manchester United. And Man City is down in 13th. If you are a championship level fan, which is the second league right below the Premiership in third and three. I'll pause here for the third and three at the 19-yard line. Another handoff to 44. Looks like they did stop him 1 yard shy, so it'll be 4th and 1 at the 17. So it very well could be that Houston's going to go for it to pick up the first down, or they put their kicker back in and go for another field goal. Championship. Middlesbrough is on top. 4 games played, 4 wins. A team that I followed when I studied over in England in college was Norwich. We were in Norwich. Norwich is currently sitting 12th in the table, and for those who follow, welcome to Wrexham. Wrexham is in the 16th spot of the table with 4 total points. So 4th and 1, 7:02 left in the game. It looks like Houston did they take a timeout? Must have taken timeout. First timeout. Yep, Houston takes their first timeout. So hard to say whether or not they plan to kick the field goal or if the goal still here is to go for it on 4th and 1. No reason not to. The Colorado offense have shown that they can do nothing in the entire second half. I think from a second half perspective, they just do not have a lot of yards. Upcoming schedule for Colorado, Wyoming. We've talked about it. BYU. After the Wyoming game, it gets hard. BYU, TCU, Iowa State, Utah, Arizona's up right now. West Virginia, we haven't talked much about. And then we got ASU and K-State. K-State not having the best of years at this point, certainly as it relates to how they started out last year and finished last year. But oh, did they stop them? I think they stopped them 4th and 1. If they stop them, that would be big. They're going to have to measure. I think he's short. I agree. So if he's short, who are the Buffs going to put in a quarterback? Is it going to be Salter? Is it going to be stick with Staub? At this point, at this point, you don't have anything to lose. To put in a different quarterback, you're down by 19 with under 7 minutes left. And they are short. They held them. First down Buffs. First time all day. They needed a yard. They didn't get it. So the Buffs take over. Stop back in. Leaves the offense out on the field. It'd be pretty kick ass if we could actually get some positive yards. Why don't we run the ball? I know we're in a hurry. Still need 3 scores in 7 minutes. Got 19-point deficit. That's going to be hard to get. Not impossible. Buffalo Bills came back from 15 down. Just under 6. Staub, quick first throw outside. Got a couple yards, 2nd down and 6. Agree with you. Broncos D, Colts offense. Colts offense looked really nice last week. Broncos D, pretty darn strong. Could be one of the best units in the NFL this year. If they can keep it together. Oh, Staub just dropped the ball and ended up covering it and being sacked. Yeah. Wow. 3rd down and it's got to be 3rd and 20 something. 19, 3rd and 19. Goodness gracious, we cannot do anything right. Stop goes back. Here comes the farm. It is a screenplay. Price gets that back up to about the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down. They're going to have to kick it away. So not the best best outcome. 18 plays in the second half, 7 total yards. 7 yards versus almost 200 yards for Houston. All right, so 4th down and 8. The Buffs offense still on the field, as they should. Broncos D one game. I 100% agree with you. I think when you have 4 turnovers, I think is how many they ended up with. That becomes critically important, and it's not very often that you have a team that has that many turnovers and actually wins the game. So yeah, Broncos D stepped it up. You did have a young, inexperienced quarterback. Oh, defensive face mask after a long run by Staub. It looked like it was going to come back. Defensive face mask. So that was actually a really good play by Staub. He gets flushed out to his right, and he just takes off. Once he beats the first guy, he's got some blockers up ahead, and takes off for about 30 yards, which is probably, again, one of the longer runs that we've had. So it's 1st down and 10. Clock's running under 5 minutes. 1st down, Buffs at the 37-yard line. Staub is going deep to the end zone. Brown, I don't know if his hands were being held or if he just felt the ball was out. Yeah, no, I agree, Sam. Once they dial back the turnovers and penalties, and again, it can only go up from there. For them to escape week 1 with a victory, I think was a good showing for them. It can only get better. I think a bunch of people have mentioned that Bo Nix is going to be much improved this week. So let's hope he got the jitters out last week. Houston's bringing it. Staub's going deep again. Get a touchdown right down the middle to Williams. That was a great throw. So that was a 35-yard, 37-yard touchdown. That was a dart right down the middle. He had 3 different receivers right down the middle. 2 of them could have caught it. So that was a well-needed touchdown. But again, we're at 4 minutes and 34 seconds. Colorado's going for 2, which would drop it to an 11-point game if they can get it. So this would be pretty important. Otherwise, they're going to need 2 touchdowns. Staub's rolling. Staub is eating for lunch. Yeah, he had no chance. He was running for his life to the right and really just got mauled. So that is a failed 2-point conversion. So it's a 13-point game. Everybody was running the same direction as Staub, but no one was uncovered. They were all covered up by that. So good coverage by Houston. Good play. That long scoring play drive really doesn't really it doesn't account for much. 286 to 423. So it finally got us off the zero for the second half for yardage. Um, Again, now we got to kick the ball back to Houston and hold on. We got some Friday night Texas high school football. South Lake Carroll 52, Byron Nelson 3, Dickinson 35, CY Fair 21, North Crowley 14, Denton Guyer 17 in the fourth quarter, and Houston Legacy 68, Frassati Catholic 0. Yeah, I agree with you, Sam. Like he just is the way that he carried himself and the different colleges and stops that he had in college, um, ending up at Oregon, having all the experience that he has. He's clearly shown that he could do some things last year when they opened the offense and he got used to things a little bit easier. I agree. I think this could be a good year for him. All right, onside kick is on its way, and it's out of bounds before it even hits 10 yards. So not the best onside kick play. It didn't actually make the yardage to gain. And a buff player may have actually touched it before it reached the 10 yards and before it went right out of bounds. Yeah, I mean that was just a bad. That was a bad. All right, so here we go. So another. Now we're setting them up again, again at the on the Colorado side of the field. This time it's at the 38 again. So 38. So Houston back. It's a quarterback keeper up the middle, maybe for a yard. So it's going to be second down and 9, second down and 8. Second and 9, but at this point Houston's just going to bleed the clock. Colorado needs 2 touchdowns in the last 4 minutes. So they do 36. They do have a good field goal kicker who did miss one, but clearly can hit from 50 plus. So it is second down 9. Handoff to Connors up the middle, ends up going for about 3 yards. So it's going to be third down and 5, third down and 6. Looks like Colorado might have taken a timeout to stop the clock at 3:45. Everyone's bad games. Troy being 115. Super Bowl. If he's 100% agree. I agree with you. I think he's got some poise. I think he's mature beyond his years for a second-year starter. The game starts slowing down once you understand it and you know what your options are. So I think there's a lot of hope this year that Bo Nix is gonna keep moving things forward and then puts Denver in a position to really compete in the AFC. They do got to beat Kansas City a couple of times. I think last year came down to a field goal in one game that we should have had and didn't. Kansas City is always hard for us to beat, and unfortunately, I think for their schedule, let's look up who's on the Broncos schedule this year. I forget which other divisions are playing. All right, so it's got to be the AFC Central with the Colts, right? So Colts, Chargers, Bengals, Eagles. That won't be an easy game. Jets, hopefully that one. Oh, all right. So third down. They got him. Third down. They stopped him short at the 31. So it's going to be fourth down, and the Buffs take another timeout. So 3:38. Where were we with the Broncos? Eagles. That'll be a good game. Broncos, Jets, which is better when it's in Denver, but it looks like it's going to be I think it's an East Coast game. 9:30 a.m. Oh, that must be overseas. Broncos, Giants, Broncos, Cowboys, Texans, Raiders, Chiefs, Commanders, Raiders, Packers, Jaguars, Chiefs, Chargers. That's a tough slate of games for Bo Nix this year. But I think, I guess we'll see how it turns out. Yeah. Can't do any worse than 1-15. And his rookie year, he actually did not too bad. Got him to the playoffs where they got crushed by the Bills. But hey, made the playoffs, which is important. All right, 4th and 3, 3:38 left, 49-yard field goal attempt by Houston. It is lined up. The ball is on its way, and it is good. All right, so it is 36-20 now. They're up by 16. So now that makes things a little bit more difficult. Not only do you need 2 touchdowns, but you also need 2 2-point conversions just to tie. Can't count them out quite yet, especially if they can go down at a lightning speed and they can pick up a touchdown here within the next minute and a half before the 2-minute warning, so they can conserve some timeouts for the 2 minutes. But we shall see how they do. KC's showing weakness. Agreed. Broncos could hold them. So agree with you. Oh, and good night. We got one signing off. Thanks for listening in. We'll see you next time. So we can hope here that Colorado has a little magic left in the 334 that they have. Again, no excuses, and doesn't make up for a third quarter that was terrible, a fourth quarter that was terrible until the very last drive here with some strikes. Staub needs that same type of magic. We need to dial up some creative passes down the center to the outside, wherever, some crosses, some tight ends, anything that can get us 10-yard chunks and fast to be able to get down. And then the 2-point conversion is going to be critical. You don't hit the 2-point conversion, you now just extended into a third score. All right, so good runoff from the get-go up to the 41. So a return up to the 41. Oh, Eucla finally they scored. All right. I don't know how many Eucla fans are out there, but I think their hopes were quite a bit higher than what they had been so far this year. But down 14-7, and New Mexico still on top in that game. K-State, Arizona is 17-9, with looks like 14:47 left in the third. So that might mean that K-State perhaps. Sam, I might be leaning on you if K-State took the opening kickoff back for a touchdown, or K-State struck very, very quickly after getting the ball. But it is now 10-17 K-State. All right, 2nd down and 10. Buffs. Staub fires a laser, gets a first down up to Brown. So that was about a 12, 13-yard gain. Clock continues to run. 3 minutes, 7, 6. Ball is lined up. Let's get moving. Down on the 46. Staub back. Here comes the rush around the corner. Staub is past the line of scrimmage. Throws it for number 9. That should be Brown. Catches it again, but it should be a flag. Looked like he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw that. They are lining it up quickly so it's not reviewed, and they took too much time. Yeah, that's going to be a penalty. Yeah, he was in front of the line of scrimmage. That was pretty easy, especially if you're following that black line. He's passed. Yeah, yeah. So that's not going to be a good show for Staub. So it looked like a really nice ball. Ends up getting about 20 yards, but he unfortunately was past the line of scrimmage when he decided to throw that ball. So that will come back, and you don't get that time back on the clock. So I don't know. That one will be 2nd and 10, perhaps, or a penalty for throwing it beyond the line of scrimmage. Add that on, and we're going to be in even worse shape. With 2.5 minutes left. So again, really important for the Buffs to be able to get a score before the 2-minute warning. We are at 2:31 left. And now we're going to be even farther away because I think that's going to challenge and push us back a little bit further. Not quite yet in the time within, I think they changed the rule in college football a couple of years ago where they will automatically stop the clock for first downs. We're not there. I think that now falls under 2 minutes. Even if you get a first down up to that point, the clock will continue to or they restart it very, very quickly. Ah, what a frustrating game to watch today. Frustrating game. Staub is up to 204 yards passing. Total yards up to 299 versus 430, which means from a rushing standpoint, we are just shy of 100 yards total for the game. So that'll be, if we don't rush anymore, that'll be the third straight. That will be break 2 straight games. So was past the line of scrimmage, 5-yard penalty from that spot, loss of down. So it is now 2nd down and 15. Just puts him in a tighter spot. Going to need some quick release down the middle. Hope we can do something similar to what we did on the last touchdown drive, which is a 35, 38-yard pass right down the gut. We'll see how that turns out. All right, so they are on the Buff side of the 50 at this point. They are on the 49-yard line, going left to right. 2nd and 15, 2.5 minutes essentially. And they are getting everyone lined up. So props to Prime. They're at least sticking with one quarterback this entire game. I think there were moments he very easily could have made a different decision. He could have gone to a different quarterback. Staub has not quit for sure. He's fighting through. And there's a big delay for some reason. We're not exactly sure why. All right. There we go. Finally. 2nd and 14. Clock's running. 2.5 minutes. Staub's got a lot of pressure. He is running out of bounds for a yard. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Hey, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come on. So that leaves 3rd and 14. Right. Oh, he got that off. 3rd down and 14. 2 minutes warning. Did not get that off before the 2-minute warning. What you doing, bud? Yeah, I know. It's not looking good. It is not looking good at all. Just got to close out these last 2 minutes. Right. K-State 10, Arizona 17, New Mexico 14, UCLA 7. And that is really all the games we got going on. Early games tomorrow. We got Oregon Northwestern, Clemson, Georgia Tech, Oklahoma Temple, and Wisconsin, Alabama. Michigan, Central Michigan, Houston Christian versus Nebraska, Towson, Maryland, William and Mary, Virginia, Sanford, Baylor, Memphis, Troy, Buffalo, Kent State. Those are your 12 o'clock games. And then from there, there's some good matchups that are at the 3:30 time period, and there's also some good matches that are at the 7:30 hour, which I think the as we talked hours ago, but the marquee matchup, marquee game for the 3:30 time slot is the Georgia at Tennessee game, and for the 7:30 matchup is going to be the Miami. Well, there's a bunch of them. There's LSU, Florida. There's Texas A&M, Notre Dame, and I thought, let's see. Yeah, when is the Miami game? Is that an afternoon game? Arkansas, Ohio State. That'll be a big one. Oh, yep, 4:30 game. 4:30 kickoff is going to be South Florida versus Miami. So, all right. 3rd and 14. Ball on the 50-yard line, roughly the 50. 40 looks like 49, could be 49, 50-yard line. And really, it gives Colorado 2 plays to get a first down, be able to move this forward. They're going to need every piece of that. If they can close this at least to a single score 8-point game, it gives them an opportunity to improve on their onside kick. The onside kick that they had the last time around was not the best, for sure. Did not make it the 10 yards that needed to make it, and certainly did not work out in their favor outside of them being able to hold Houston to a field goal and limit the damage by turning it over there. So for those of you who are Yankees fans, Aaron Judge passed Joe DiMaggio on the home run list today, which has been great. Kim Folk Nam, I can't believe Trevor Woods transferred to FCS, would have been leading our defense. Yeah. Well, Staub just threw an interception, and he ran it back a long way. So that will do it. That will do it for the Buffs tonight. And that wasn't even close. Like, he just underthrew that. There was no one else around. And he ran that ball back. So that is 87 total yards in the second half, 6 points, 2 turnovers, both interceptions by Staub. And, not, I know that Prime wanted to give him his shot, gave him a shot. That's a hard that's a hard loss. Yep. Caden Salter, you're right about that. Is probably looking back and thinking my turn's likely going to be next, and you might be right because we can't have a repeat. We need to settle on a quarterback for sure. We need to stop going on this magic merry-go-round. I was saying a little bit earlier, like you got to give props to at least Coach Sanders that he kept with Staub all night. Staub did not look good for 60-70% of the game, and he could have easily pulled him, but he didn't. Maybe it changes the dynamic of the game, but we will not see. First down, Houston. Looks like there's just no reason to stop the clock. They just run it out. 50 seconds left. Third down, 33 seconds left on the play clock. Figure they run that down to 0 or as close as they can, down to 1 before they snap the ball, and that leaves fourth down. Yep, Staub would be a good FCS quarterback. Yep, totally agree. I think he got some good tutoring. He sat behind some good playmakers and could have taken that and been probably very good. So that'll do it. 10 seconds left in the game. Houston kneels down. 36-20 is your score. Houston improves to 3-0. Colorado drops to 1-2. Colorado's next game is against Wyoming next weekend. Not the best showing. Defense was porous tonight. They could not stop the run. They could not stop the dual threat of the quarterback, Wegman. Wegman ultimately ended up throwing for 222 yards. He had to have close to 80 yards rushing. So of the 431 yards that Houston had, Wegman was responsible for at least 300 of those. Yeah, I think that the hope is that we should beat Wyoming. Wyoming does take on Utah tomorrow, so that'll give us an opportunity to see both how Wyoming approaches Utah, as well as how does Utah approach Wyoming. And similar to the Delaware game, we should be favored in that. Although even for this game, the Houston Cougars game, I think Houston was favored by maybe a 62-65%, something like that, as the winner. But it was clear very early that they handed us quite a bit. Colorado ends up with 300 total yards. Houston 431, 2 turnovers, as we talked. Staub had 2 picks. Time of possession was just a crusher on us tonight. 23 minutes for the Buffs, almost 37 minutes for Houston. So very lopsided in the time of possession. We lost the turnover battle. Houston just outplayed us on all sides. So props to the Houston Cougars. They looked good. They did what they needed to, and they kind of commanded the line of scrimmage on both sides tonight. So couple flashes from Colorado, where in the second quarter we had 2 85+ yard drives that ended both in touchdowns to close the gap to 16-14 at halftime. We had life. Third quarter, I think we had 0 yards, and so that is never going to help. I think Houston had the ball for about 13 minutes in the third quarter, which means we had it for 2 and had 0 yards. So, Sam Walker, thanks again for tuning in. Have a great night. Go Aggies. I agree with you. Be rooting for the Aggies. Appreciate you. And we'll see you again next week. So with that, I will sign off. Buff Brothers on the right coast. And we will rejoin you next weekend for the Colorado-Wyoming game. Looking forward to that one. And until then, be safe. Enjoy the games tomorrow. Lots of good games. Enjoy the NFL on Sunday. And we will talk to you again next Sunday. Signing off. Take care.